Hello and welcome to Gaming Garnish, a podcast aiming to be a delicious side dish to the hobby we all love, gaming. This time I'm your host Joe, and I welcome our usual diners, Jake.
Hello.
Brad.
Hello.
And Ben.
Hello.
So let's kick off the episode with what we've been playing this time around. I want to start with Brad, because it sounded like you had a lot to say.
Well, I've been playing a few things. Probably not loads to say about them because I've talked about them previously. We'll kick right off with Wuchang, Fallen Feathers. I finished it.
How is that?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You went that far into it?
I've managed to just get quite a lot of time. Lucy was away last weekend for quite a long weekend. Pretty much Thursday, Friday, Saturday. She is real.
Your imaginary girlfriend went away. Oh, okay, I'll play games.
I got a lot of time to play it though. So I got most of the way through it, I think, that weekend, and I managed to finish it yesterday morning, I think it was. Dogs woke me up at 6:30. Did not want to get up. Yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. It was really good. I don't want to repeat too much what I said last time, but for a Souls-like not made by FromSoft, it's definitely one of the good ones.
That's really good.
You say it's definitely above like Mortal Shell and Lords of the Fallen and all that.
Yeah, I would say so. It's like, so I played Lies of P last year, and that ended up on my Game of the Year, quite high up. It's not quite that level, but I'd probably liken it more to something like Another Crab's Treasure. Not in its tone. Its tone is much more serious, but in the way that it is a Souls-like, it is difficult, but you do find yourself with quite a lot of abilities that you can weave into your combat quite naturally. And by the end of it, you can actually feel quite powerful. So although the bosses are still challenging, you actually feel powerful.
But is there a mode where you start the game with a gun?
No.
There
are guns in the game though. They're like, there's 6 weapon classes. So you've got like a spear, a katana, an axe, double blades, single blade, and I'm sure there's another one. Maybe there's 5.
Block, yeah.
There might only be 5, but then some of those weapons have like gun variants.
Oh, they're like trick weapons, or do you pick up different weapons?
Yeah, so every weapon has a weapon ability, and then I think it's a discipline. So disciplines are kind of like just another weapon ability, but you can interchange them between your different weapons or weapons of the same class, whereas your weapon ability is tied to that specific weapon. Okay. But some of them, I'm sure there's a double blades where you've got like pistols, so that's ability is like a ranged attack. I definitely got a spear
from Soul Calibur.
Well, I got a spear that has a gun on it.
Oh wow!
Which I imagine is a bit like the gun lance, but probably not.
Yeah.
but it was actually like a machine gun. You know, put it down to your side and go like.
This is set in ancient China, right?
Yeah, but it's like mythical ancient China.
Well, okay.
With guns.
So that was quite cool. But that gives you an idea of some of the abilities. Like there is quite a lot of abilities you unlock that are very easy to weave into your combos.
Yeah, sounds like it.
It got to the point, so I was using dual blades for the most part of the game, which have an ability called Clash, which you can like upgrade. So at first you can only clash doing certain attacks, but then by the end you can clash with most attacks. How that works is if the enemy has a bladed weapon and hits you and you hit at the same time, you'll clash, essentially. All it basically does is make a noise and then reduce the majority of the damage and deflect some of it back at the enemy.
Oh, cool.
But it gets to the point where you can just keep like just attacking and wailing on the enemy, and even though they're attacking you, you just kind of like trading blows, so you don't have to like constantly stop and dodge and stuff. You can kind of just get right.
My kind of gameplay.
Yeah.
So swing away.
An action.
Yeah. If you're not against a bladed weapon, then it doesn't work, the clash. So you will just get wailed on. So there are some enemies where you have to stop and think and try something different.
You got those massive
I don't like
studded bats.
Yeah. But when you're against like a human enemy with a sword, it can be quite fun to just literally constantly trade blows. So really enjoyed that. Some of the enemies or some of the bosses were difficult. Some of the early ones I mentioned last episode, I was just really, really struggling. Mid-game, it became quite easy because you just sort of hit that power level where you feel overpowered, which is great, and you can just breeze through a bunch of those bosses that are easier. And then obviously the difficulty ramps up by the end.
Yes.
So there were some really tricky ones later, which I struggled with. And there was one in particular that took me quite a few goes. Now you can summon in the game, but summoning works differently to other Souls games. So you have to like finish someone's side quest, and then you unlock them for summoning in a boss.
Oh, so they're not just you.
They're not
if you
just
just
there
meet
all
them
the
earlier
time.
on, their sign's not there. Okay.
So for the majority of the game, I didn't actually have things like people to summon. But there was one right near the end, and that was a really difficult boss where I like sort of read a bit of a guide. It was, if you talk to this person and do this, you can summon them, but that locks you into the bad ending. So, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do the bad ending. So I didn't do it. Tried the boss, thought this is really hard. I don't really care anymore. I'm going to go back and change my mind. But I couldn't. I'd already locked it in.
Oh, so the first time you fight, you have to decide.
It wasn't basically. It wasn't first time you fight, it was when you talk to them. But
Right,
okay. So I couldn't change my mind. So I was like, for God's sake, I have to beat this by myself now. So I did it. I beat it by myself. Still got the bad ending.
What?
Yeah, there was all the things I did that got me the bad ending.
Oh, okay.
But apparently the bad ending's like the default ending.
I see.
It's like easy to get.
Yeah, Brad's going, as long as I don't do that tipping point and murdering every village he comes across. I mean, I'm not going to get a bad ending. It should be all right.
Yeah, it's fine. But I did the majority of the things for the good ending by when I read it. There was like one thing I didn't do.
That's
always a bit frustrating. But overall, really enjoyed it. It is quite long.
I was going to say, how long actually is it? I heard a lot of mixed things.
From what I've read online, it's 30-ish hours if you just do the main campaign, or 60 if you do a lot of the side stuff. Now, I feel like I did quite a chunk of at least the optional bosses. And I don't feel like I played it for 60 hours. Probably somewhere around the 30 mark, but it didn't particularly feel like a long 30 hours, if that makes sense.
Well, that's good at least.
I did find myself enjoying it. So there was definitely moments where I was waning. But overall, really did enjoy it. Not as good as Lies of P as a non-FromSoft game, but up there with
I think
a lot of the others.
I mean, like you said last episode, I think it's just a good testament to the game that you actually finished it. You must have really liked it.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
So that was that. And then as well that weekend, because Lucy was away and I had some free evenings, I jumped into the Battlefield beta.
Yes, so did I.
Battlefield 6 beta. What did you think? Because I've come from I've been playing Battlefield, not my whole life or anything. I think I started in Bad Company 2 and I've played everyone
what a game.
since then. Yeah, I love Bad Company 2. But I've played them all since then, and my favourite's probably been 3 and 4. I'm maybe more of a 3 guy. But
did you not play Battlefield 1?
I did, but I prefer the modern military.
Oh, okay.
Aesthetic.
So for me, I've only played 4 and 1. They're the only 2 I've played.
I didn't even know you played 4, to be honest.
And I only played 4 at like friends' houses
Fair
back in the
enough.
day. Or maybe borrowed it for a little bit. But it worked really well. Battlefield 6. A lot of people are saying, is Battlefield back? And
it's back.
I think it's back.
I think it's back. I think every Battlefield pretty much since 4 has had a catastrophic launch. I don't think 1 was as bad as others. It's not remembered as being as bad, but I think it was still pretty bad. But 4 was terrible. 5 was terrible. 2042 was god awful.
Yeah.
Whereas this, obviously, it's not launched yet. It is still in beta. But if this is a testament, at the end of the day, I think there'll be more people playing this beta than there will be people at launch because it's free.
Well, have you got any of the numbers handy? Do you know how much?
I know it achieved 500 and something thousand peak concurrent on Steam, which is higher than any Call of Duty's ever achieved, which was pretty mad. Yeah,
crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about the other numbers. Yeah,
on the beta.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys get to play together?
Yeah. So we played together. We played with a few other people. So Damon from the Discord jumped on with us for a little bit.
My friend Liam.
Yeah, I played with my friend Dave for a couple of games.
You said it wrong. It's me mate, Dave.
It was really good. Yeah, it just feels really good to play.
Yeah, there was obviously some bugs, but it weren't major.
It's a beta, isn't it?
I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think I really noticed any, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe like the odd thing, but really nothing.
Yeah.
Do the classes feel different enough, or is it just like you've got a different piece of equipment?
So
and you still get all the guns.
So there's 2 modes. I think they've complicated it too much because you've obviously got all your different game modes, but within that you've got closed and open weapon classes.
Oh, okay.
which I think they need to just pick a lane and stick to it.
Yes.
One has class locked weapons, one has open weapons, so any class can use any weapon. Now, I prefer closed.
Yeah,
And
if
then
you have open weapons, it makes OP builds really.
Well, then I think
easy
it starts
to
to more on that side that you were alluding to, where you've got classes don't have any identity because it's just the gadgets.
Yeah, to me, the only thing that differentiates them at the minute is it assault? You get the extra main weapon.
Yeah,
which with unlocking all the extra weapons, you can get quite a few. But I think the main one's the shotgun,
which is overpowered.
The shotgun's way overpowered.
Of course, it is.
And then like the medic can res people really quickly
and drop ammo.
And then the engineer can obviously fix vehicles.
Yeah.
Also, they've merged support and medic together for ammo and armor.
Yeah, because if you remember, medic used to be assault.
Did it?
Yeah, so your assault class used to have your defibs and your health kits.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, they did.
I only remember from Battlefield 1 where the medic had that you could throw health or you could defib.
Yeah, but maybe that was also
stim.
That was probably still assault. It's just called medic. At least in Battlefield 4, anyway, in 3 and 4, and I'm sure 2042, the assault was the medic. They were the sort of two, and your support was your ammo. And your big weapon. So yeah, they've merged those two, which I think makes sense.
And
then you got recon,
which
has the sniper.
It's your sniper, but then you got like your redeploy beacon and stuff like that. Yeah. But the iconic thing with recon is a sniper. So if you can just get a sniper on any class, I feel like it takes it away.
Yeah.
So yes and no is your answer, Joe.
Right.
If you're in closed weapon, then yes, I feel like they're distinct. If you're not,
I tended to keep the weapons closed just because I feel like they worked a bit better. But you could probably make different builds.
Yeah, because there was only one closed weapon server, I think, available in the beta.
Yes.
I feel like if they do like a ranked and unranked, you should only do closed weapons.
I think so. Yeah, maybe that's what they'll do.
Because to be fair, like the assault gets the grenade launcher as their
as well as two weapons.
Yeah, but it doesn't do a lot of damage to people. It's
not like the noob tube.
But in theory, I could have just changed it out for the RPG. If you can just change any weapon.
No, because that's gadget.
Oh, okay.
So you wouldn't be able to change that out for RPG.
Is that what engineer gets?
Yes.
Yeah, and then snipers or recons, the C4.
But
I know that much.
As for a beta, it had. Yes, it worked really well. The gameplay was really fun. The atmosphere was really good. You know, it nailed all those like Battlefield moments. People have complained that maybe some of the maps aren't big enough. They could do with bigger maps, which might come in the full game. Definitely an issue with snipers on some maps, as we found out.
Like no lines of sight.
No, they are. Some of them, yes. Some of the maps aren't good for snipers. Some of the maps are too good for snipers.
So at first, I was like, it shines really bright for snipers.
Yeah, you've got glare.
You got glare, and I thought, they're gonna have to turn down this glare because it's ridiculous. You can see it.
You mean making it easier to spot the sniper?
No, it was too easy to spot them, almost.
Yeah.
To the point where when I was playing a sniper, I just wasn't looking down the scope until I spotted somebody.
No scoping.
Right. But then on the maps that are really good for snipers, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if you could see the glare or not.
Yeah, because it was everywhere. But other than that, the beta actually had a lot of content as well. So by the second weekend, there was 4 maps, I think.
Yeah, they added New York.
They added the New York map, and then there was quite a few game modes. So it was just good just to get an idea of all the different game modes and different maps. And the one thing I wanted to play was Rush, which I didn't get on, which is a shame.
Is that the busiest one?
No, it was only introduced in the second beta, and then you couldn't, after Friday, you couldn't select just Rush. So you never get in it.
I think a lot of people were complaining about a couple of things.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like they had faults.
Yeah.
So that's a shame. Hopefully when it comes back full release, because Rush was always my favourite game mode, so hopefully they'll bring that
There's
back.
another beta though, isn't there, after this one?
I don't think so. I think this is the last one.
No, by the time our episode comes out, they'll have had 2, won't they? Like the closed one and then 2 open
We're
ones.
recording on the second weekend.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So after this episode, once this episode's gone live, there won't be any more. As far as I know, unless you announce another one.
Well, it comes out pretty soon, doesn't it?
Yeah, October 10th.
October 10th.
I think so, yeah. So that's what I've been playing. Had a good time with both.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And the destruction as well.
Yeah, I do want to touch on the destruction a little bit. I think it looks really cool
Yes.
when it happens. It's very, cinematic.
Yeah.
I do take a little bit of umbrage to when they announce it. They're like, no one does destruction like Battlefield, and I can't help but think the finals is better.
You can't destroy everything.
Yeah, it really.
I think you'll find a Red Faction Guerrilla does the best destruction.
Yeah, true. But in like the modern landscape.
Yeah.
Because as Jake says, there's a lot of buildings you just can't destroy, and there's no visual indicator.
Yes.
That you can't destroy them.
Oh, so they're not destroyable at all. Like they don't just get.
So I remember firing like grenade launchers at a couple of buildings and nothing happening.
Yeah.
There must be like some structural walls that just can't come down.
Sometimes it'll be like in the maps like New York, or there was another one that's quite close quarters. You can destroy like the facades of buildings.
Yeah, that'll be because that's where the map ends. There'll be nothing in the building.
No, like you can usually go through the building still. There might be like divide in 2 lanes. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you can destroy like the front of the building, but you can't knock the whole building down. And which is a bit of a shame. I get it. I
imagine that'd take so much processing.
But it's a shame because there's not really a lot that identifies what you can and can't do. So sometimes you might think, I'm going to destroy that, and it just doesn't break. Yeah. So
most of the time, if like people can get on top of a building, you can
usually destroy or destroy some of it, or destroy some of the floors within the building, but not the whole building itself. Yeah, it's still really good. I think it just takes a minute to get used to what you can and can't destroy, and that'll just come over time.
They've probably identified that if you can use it tactically, then it can be destroyed.
Probably, but what I would say is, destruction-wise, the finals is better.
It does look very cool, though.
But it does look cool, yeah. That's me.
All right, let's move on to Jake. So, Jake, what have you been playing?
So, other than Battlefield, I finished another game myself. So, I finished doing the Dark Ages.
Nice.
Just ripped and teared till it was done, as they say.
Platinum?
No, I didn't want to go. I mean, I was playing on Xbox.
Why did you up about it?
I was playing on Xbox anyway, so I was.
Yeah,
I'm not as driven. You're not as driven. Yeah,
I'm not as driven.
Achievements aren't as good as trophies, so.
Well, I just don't have
what, mate?
I don't have the base there for it, so I'm kind of like, well, I'm not adding to anything. That makes sense.
What? I adjusted myself to say the platinum rather than 100% is what I would have said to Joe.
Yeah.
1,000
And what do? You go out and you come here saying PlayStation's better again. Brad, just leave. Just go.
Platinum is easier to say.
Yeah. I actually jumped back in Doom as well.
Oh, nice.
And I think I'm going to finish it this time. But I'll talk about that more in future episodes.
So I still really enjoyed it. I just didn't get that drive like I did with Eternal to go back and do all the other stuff.
Yeah, like find all the little, what are the little figures called?
Yeah, the little toys, buddies. Like collectibles, I think this kind of feels better almost for collecting because you're in these like mini open world areas.
Yeah.
So in theory, you're kind of like looking around a little open world to find the collectibles. Once you go past a certain bit, you can't go back sometimes.
It does give you there is a visual indicator.
There is usually.
Yeah.
And then if you look on the map, all the collectibles show up on the map. It doesn't tell you how to get them.
Oh, right. Okay.
But it tells you they're there. So you could, if you were going for that, those trophies or
you could do it on your first run.
Yeah. You're not like, if you know you want to get them, you know just not to move on, essentially.
I think for me, the collectibles just aren't worth, other than that maybe the achievements, they're not really worth.
I really like the toys.
I like the toys just as a little collectible, but all the other stuff, like I don't find the weapon
skins.
The weapon skins are just bad. They're just a slight recolor. Apparently, I've only got a few, and they're all basically slightly red, slightly black.
So,
and I believe
again, I think Eternal did
one might say a tinge.
Yeah, Eternal did it a bit better again, I think. But there are a couple. Like I got, if you do the masteries for the weapons, you get a gold skin. Don't think the gold skin looks great.
No,
if I'm honest.
I've never thought gold skins look good.
Yeah,
they never do need to look good. They're
it's
gold.
just a show off thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, look
and
what
then
I did.
there are some like is it called Argent?
Argent
the
energy.
Where it's like the white and gold. They look good.
Yeah.
Because they do change them up quite considerably.
But even like the weapon mods and like the upgrades and stuff, I don't find them substantially enough for me to want to go out of my way to get all the red gems and
do you know what it?
gold.
Yeah, do you know what it is about Eternal? I think that beats the collectible experience in Dark Ages. It's your hub area.
Yeah, where you can view it all.
So,
do you not have the Citadel in this one?
No, so there's no hub area to go back to between missions.
Oh,
so the only place you can look at your collectibles is on the main menu. And you just go, I'll just click on toys, and then you have a look.
Bit crap.
Yeah, whereas Eternally, you go to your little like zone, and you're like, oh, my little toy shelf.
Can I just ask, do you get the same weird thing as me? Is every time you finish a chapter, you end up going back to the main menu?
Yes.
Because it says press B to go back, and not like anything to go forward. So you click B, and it takes you back to the menu. You're like, eh? But you have to like, is it press RB 4 times?
Yeah,
go through all the tabs, and then it's like continue
because it's doing. It's doing like it's telling you like your stats
for that mission.
Mission, but it's so slow.
Yeah, and the only button prompt on the first screen is B for back. Yeah. So every time back to the main menu.
But I will say, to go back to like the actual game, I suppose, really good. I can't really add much more than last time. It's not Eternal, but it is still fun in its own way. The shield adds a lot. And I think there are some really interesting things on the back end of the game where you go to like another realm and you're like, it kind of tricks you. So like you'll walk down a corridor and you'll end up back where you were. It only does it a couple of times, and then you'll get thrown into like a tight enemy encounter. That's cool. Doesn't do it that much though.
Yeah, I've not had that yet. I'm definitely enjoying it more now because I lowered the difficulty. I was playing it on hard.
Yeah.
Because I'd heard hard was more like the old games, the more recent old games. But I was not enjoying it as much. But now I've lowered it. It's a lot more fast paced, I find, because I can just fly through the enemies quicker because they die quicker, and it feels a lot better now.
It's really just missing those glory kills.
100%. Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why they made that decision.
So they don't have the stagger system anymore.
They do, but all you do is punch them or swift
kick.
It's just like it like slows down for a sec, and you just do a swift shield bash.
Have you noticed?
And they're out of the way.
If you jump on an enemy or you get a bit of height on them when you do it, you do a glory kill.
So I've noticed it does it occasionally.
Yeah,
but I don't know if it's necessarily because you've got height, or if it's because you shield bash, or it's because you use something.
Yeah. But you use the shield to like saw them in half.
So occasionally, I've run up to somebody and he's sawed somebody in half with the shield. But I'm telling you, like, out of the millions of demons I've killed, I've maybe done that 5 times.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. So, I usually find if I get a bit of height on them is what causes it to happen.
Okay. But I don't know why.
So there's somewhat there.
Yeah.
But I feel like they just ran out of time.
I think
it's tried to make an excuse.
I think the pace of the game would have been interrupted if they'd have had glory kills in this.
Because
the way
they've made
it
slower than Eternal, and Eternal didn't get into.
I know, but you don't want to keep it slower. You don't want to, like, if you have the glory kills too, you're gonna be waiting.
Maybe, but I miss them.
Yeah, same. It just Eternal works better to me, but you still get that. Like even when you're like bashing the enemy after the glowing and they die, I'm still getting that like feeling of
yeah.
And
is that what like still pops health and armor out of them and stuff? If you,
yes,
you have to do that.
Yeah.
You can't just kill them.
It's just little things like the speed of it. You know, like we're saying, there's no strafing.
Yeah.
Finding a few times I'm getting caught in positions where there's like an enemy projectile coming at me, and I can't get to the green projectile to parry it because I'm not fast enough.
The worst enemies are there's these like big demons with a sword and a shield, and for some reason in the middle of fighting them, they can just put an invincible shield around them, and then they just and then you're literally just waiting.
Yeah.
Like you're the demon slayer.
You just have to wait for the
Doom Slayer. I keep saying demon slayer. Completely different thing. Doom Slayer.
You can't even like parry because they then do ranged attacks.
Because they keep doing ranged attacks with no parries, and you're literally like you're slowing the game.
Yeah, you just have to slowly move between their projectiles and wait for the invincible shield to go down.
Yeah. And the fight just becomes you waiting for them to open up. And I'm like, this isn't Doom.
It's a
maybe
big
they're
way
a
to make
hidden
it
loading
stale,
screen.
Yeah. What was that?
It's loading maybe it's a hidden loading screen, so that the rest of the environment's loading behind them.
Well,
so
I did notice later in the game you could shield bash with this shield on, and he'd come out of it and immediately attack you. But you have to be very quick on the parry, or you get hit. But even then, he'll just go back into the shield, and I'm like, for God's sake.
I think the parrying system works well for the projectiles as well, but I don't think it works well for the melee attacks.
I think sometimes, like, you haven't got to the last boss, obviously, but the last boss, when he just kept melee attacking and I kept parrying it, and it felt very good to do.
Yeah. I just find a lot of the enemies don't telegraph very well. So sometimes you'll just get hit from off screen because they'll jump at you.
Some of them are a lot faster than others.
But also, I've just got to the point now where when you parry, you get like an ability or something.
Oh, yeah.
So like the ground spikes or the ethereal daggers, which is one I use. But that doesn't pop if they melee attack.
Yes.
Which is weird.
Yeah. I thought that was strange as well.
No, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
No, it was cool. It was cool. But other than that, it was Battlefield, and we've already gone through that. So
cool.
That was me.
Awesome. Right, Ben, on to you.
More of the same. I've still been playing Grounded 2, which I might be knocking on the head for a while.
Okay.
How
not
come?
that I've burnt out or anything. When I did the first game, I completed it in the early access, and then I had to complete it again when it was the full game.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking,
don't want to do that this time.
I've come as far as I can for now. I've seen the things they've added, the ants and everything else. I haven't seen the spiders because apparently that's end game content.
Okay.
So because you can ride a spider at some point. I'm thinking I might just knock it on the head for a few months now and then wait for a bit more progression. With it.
That's exactly why I didn't play it more of Battlefield this weekend, because I had loads of time to play loads of it, but I'm like, it's a beta. When it comes out, I'm going to be reset.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do it all again.
Oh, so you don't get to keep any of the stuff you
I don't believe so, no, but it's the same with like the early access stuff.
Dice, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't want to do it again.
I think there's some challenges you can do to keep stuff in Battlefield.
Okay.
Because they have like advertised, if you play it first and second weekend, you'll have this stuff in the game.
Yeah, but it's like
skins.
Skins.
Like
Yeah. I'm talking like weapon attachments, and level, and all that, So. But you've enjoyed it so far.
I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to not necessarily it being the full game, but a little bit more content, a little bit more to do. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty in it now, but I don't want to get into making stupid big bases of the tree and stuff now.
It all.
The
thing is, with the nature of the game, when it comes out, there'll probably still be updates.
Yeah,
so you kind of always play an early access game until they stop updates.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
but you've got to find. You've got to pick a place.
Is it live service or not? Like, do you get like your weekly challenges and your daily challenges?
No, you don't get any of that.
Oh, right, okay.
It's kind of complicated because you play it locally. Except I always make a online map because there's a way of doing it so you're always in a multiplayer. Just sort of friends join me if they come on.
Oh, can they just pop in and pop out? You don't need to start the game again.
I always play that game, the shared map version.
Yeah.
So when you said, is it it confused me because I'm always online with it.
Yeah. It's always online, but it doesn't have to be. But
doesn't have to be.
It is, yeah.
But I'm always online with it.
Is there going to be server wipes when the game comes out, have they said?
They haven't said, but I think it's more about things getting a bit disjointed. So when they started adding things to the garden, they started destroying bases.
Yeah.
Because of adding a new log, because the place wouldn't quite work without the log. Which they can't help. So I'm quite happy to have had my fill and wait now a little bit.
Taster.
Yeah. Still been playing Roadcraft. That's my Monday night event.
Addiction.
Your shift.
We've very nearly finished the next level that we were doing. I've also taken to, instead of building bridges, just pouring sand until the river's full.
Divert the course of nature.
Yep, that's what I do now. I just pour sand.
Wow. Has Roadcraft become like the methadone to your Factorio?
Yeah, kind of. I do enjoy it. So last night it was a friend's birthday. Shout out Matt. He turned 65. He didn't, but I like telling him he did.
Imagine having a birthday in August. That must be so.
No,
I thought you were going to say,
so
imagine
many
having
people.
a birthday at 65.
Jake, wasn't you? No, never mind. Anyway,
Joe, when's your birthday?
So we went round to his house. We did the original Silent Hill last night, which was last night. I'm a little rough, even though I don't drink, because you get offset.
Yeah.
Really, really enjoyed it. I have to say, it's making me excited for more Silent Hill.
Play 2 remake. Do it.
I'm going to now. Well,
Good.
not yet because we haven't quite finished 1 original. I think we put about 5 hours in. I'm very close. What did we get to? Christ, it was all getting blurry at 2 this morning.
No, it's just the fog in the game.
Oh, right. Oh,
other resolution.
Dodgy effects.
Yeah.
We'd finished the hospital.
I don't know the first game very well.
Is it the same character in the first game as the second game?
No.
Oh.
Is it the same
good
place?
Old Harry. Yes. Yeah, it's Silent Hill. It's the same village. It's the same town.
Because I think is it Konami? I think they've sort of said Silent Hill is more of a state of mind than an actual place, which is why Silent Hill F doesn't take place in the same place.
Yeah, that's progression, isn't it? Now
that's what's happened now. So the first originally it was the same place.
Yeah, geographically in the same coordinates.
Yeah, it was the town.
Yeah. Okay.
Really enjoyed doing that. Unfortunately, and one of the things that has absolutely triggered my move away from Grounded was I had a quick go on Atomfall last night because Matt happened to be playing it and said, let's have a quick look then. God damn it, I'm going to start playing it. It's another big game that I don't have time for.
Is that your backlog game?
You see, I debated it, but it's too big. It's too big for a backlog
big
game.
As Fallout, though, is it?
No, but I could make it that big.
Oh.
It's the kind of game that I could make really long.
Yeah.
It's the one set in the Lake District, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I really enjoyed playing that last night. I didn't want to play it and enjoy it because I knew I was going to play it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be moving on to that. Also had a quick look at Shadows last night as well. Assassin's Creed, yeah. Just to see, really. I kind of get it. Matt also said the same thing. He's a little let down by it.
Okay.
It's not about all the dramas that have gone on or anything. It's just a little feels unfinished.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Is his point.
I have seen that you can get away from guards just by lying down.
Yeah,
they can't attack you.
Lying a wispy bush. That's enough.
See, obviously Valhalla got massive good reception from like a good portion of the community, and I just never got that. And this looked like a much better version of Valhalla, so that's why I was interested in playing it. But,
it did come out at a time where Vikings were big.
I think that's
to do with Vikings coming out.
But it needed to do a lot. And to be honest, Shadow, I was interested in playing in Shadows, but it's kind of come and gone now. And we're close enough to Ghost of Yote that I just probably won't.
And Ninja Gaiden 4.
And Ninja Gaiden 4, yeah. So I probably just won't play it.
There seems like there's some cool links in it to other games related to that. There is supposed to be a Yote link in it somewhere that you can do like a special mission. This kind of thing. It seems good, but it also seems like it's their attempt at we're going to bring a lot of DLCs. If you see what I mean.
Memories to unlock.
I think Ubisoft, especially with the Assassin's Creed games, they're too busy trying to make the everything game instead of making a.
That is a conversation we actually had last night about it because it didn't need the little village builder that they added on.
Oh, it's not got one of them.
It didn't. It's your little village. It just doesn't need it. And also when you
about Fallout and you had to go at me.
But when you build it, but no, that's very different because stuff off, everything's mine. It didn't need it because even then, when you do it, you don't do anything with the buildings. You don't use
it doesn't
them.
get you anything.
Yeah, you don't. You just do it.
Just set dressing.
It's just boring. Also, when you place it down, little things that I was noticing, like you're in like a, we'll say, mid-length grass field. When you place down a building, all the way around the edge is a short grass appears, and it looks just like jarring. It's 1997 again.
Like Age of Empires.
It's not.
Everything
but you know what I'm
set
getting
terrain
at.
when you put it down. Yeah.
You expect a little more from a modern 60 quid game, and it just wasn't quite it. That being said, controls were pretty cool when you get back into your free running bullcrap.
But even then, parkour in Assassin's Creed has gone downhill since like 3.
Yeah, I haven't really played many of them, so it kind of worked. It wasn't the end of the world, but I did do an assassination from the wrong side of the peak of a roof at one point that I just sort of glid over the top of the roof and splatted them somehow.
Nice.
Just not quite there, you know?
Yeah.
It's not even, all the politics crap aside, it's just not even...
Oh, fair enough.
Not it, I'm afraid.
Fair. I've heard it's just a very fine game. And in this day and age...
It's a solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah, exactly. He played it through, so, you know, it must have done something right.
Yeah.
That's about it for me, really. Looking forward to finishing the first Silent Hill. That's about it.
Nice. Right, nice then, Joe.
Very short one for me this time, because most of what I want to talk about is in the backlog section.
Okay, nice.
I've been playing that game a lot. I started playing Pokemon Platinum because I've never played that generation of games.
Oh, nice.
I've never played any Gen 4 games.
No, for some reason I happened to skip. I think it's because they were on regular DS.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I got a 3DS, I had like X and Y and Sun and Moon and that, and I played those.
I see.
I think was it Platinum? Which one's Platinum again?
Platinum's the third game to Diamond and Pearl.
That's like Dialga, Palkia.
Yes, I thought so.
Thingy.
Yeah. So Pearl was probably my favorite.
My favorite's Soul Silver because Diamond. So I went and played the remake of Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, I did start that on Switch, but I put it down somewhere and forgot where it is.
Yeah, and it made me realize how slow those games were for some reason.
Yeah, but I mean, at the time, I think I put a lot of hours.
But I think Platinum fixes those issues because I've played that years after release. It was really good.
Yeah.
How are you finding it?
I'm loving it. I think I can only play Pokemon games on emulators now, just because of the speed up.
Yes.
In battles, I can't go back to regular speed.
Yeah.
Especially in the Gen 4 games, because I've found that if you do, the health bar goes down really slowly when you attack.
Yeah.
Like if you hit
just
like a
die already
with a one-hit kill move,
just
waiting for like 10 minutes for the health bar to go down. And it's like, right, I need to put this on 400% speed just to have it feel normal.
I think there was a meme about like fighting. I think it's Blissey, the evolution of Chansey.
Yeah.
Has like mega HP. That's like its big.
It's the highest in the series, I think.
And if you one-hit KO that, you have got to wait at least like 2 minutes
before
their health bar goes up.
And then they use a max revive in the back. Bring it back. It's
Bring it straight back.
I think Pearl, well, that generation had the best end game.
Yeah.
Because there was loads of stuff you could do after the Elite Four. But I remember
I never do anything after the Elite Four, unless it's story-based.
Well, I'm sure there's story-based stuff, and you can get your Heatran, your Giratina, and all that sort of thing.
Okay.
You've got the Battle Island.
Yeah.
I never do them.
Customize your Pokeballs.
The Battle Frontier.
Oh yeah, that's the only game
never comes back.
You can customize your Pokeballs.
It's like the best gimmick in all of them, because you can throw them and different effects come out the Pokeballs when you throw them and stuff.
Yeah.
So it makes it look like you've got a shiny when you haven't.
Yeah,
basically.
No, I love that game.
What's your team so far, Joe?
Right, so I've got I went for, is it Piplup, the little penguin at the start?
Yeah, that's how I picked.
I went for them because Empoleon's the only steel water type in the series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a cool combo. I've got a
Luxio,
the second evolution of Luxray.
Yes.
I've got one of them.
This is looking very much like Jake's team as well.
I've got a Heracross.
Oh, nice.
Okay, different.
I didn't even know you could get one.
You get them from putting honey on trees.
That's
just happened to be a random encounter that I was like, oh. Because you get a little tutorial in that meadow, don't you? It says, put honey on this tree.
Yes.
And then when I went back and looked, like it's only a 5% chance for one of them to show up. I thought,
I was going to say, I think it's rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 3 of them. What are my other 3? I've got a pony tack, because apart from Infernape, it's the only fire type in the game until you get like or Flareon.
I think in Platinum there's a couple more, but that was a big thing in Gen 4 that there was hardly any
It's the only fire type
types.
I've encountered, so I thought, I better take that.
I went Infernape, so I was fine.
Yeah.
Who is the best starter in that generation?
He is really good, to be fair.
It's definitely Empoleon.
He's honestly not, because Infernape's really powerful, but he's also super quick. So he always goes first, because he's got fighting type as well. He just wipes the floor with Empoleon.
The cool thing about the Gen 4 starters is they can all beat each other by the
because Infernape's fastest.
But because he's fastest, he just kills everybody.
So yeah.
I remember Brad whooping me loads.
I've got a Bronzor, which I'm trying to make my tank.
Yes.
And I've got is it Roselia, which I'm going to make a Roserade as soon as I find a Dawnstone, because I don't know where they are.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sick.
Yeah. I think that was my whole team.
Is that the gen with Haxorus?
No, that's Gen 5.
5. Okay.
Is that black and white?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know. What is the pseudo legendary in this one? It's Garchomp.
Yes, it is.
Yes, I didn't Garchomp.
I don't like. I think him and Haxorus are both just edgelords.
No, Haxorus is.
Gotta love the edgelord Pokemon now.
No, it stopped being good.
That's
at Salamence.
why I like it.
Salamence for the win is the best one.
Cool.
But that's me. Just those 2 games.
Nice.
There's a lot of grinding.
Yeah,
I will say, to level up in Platinum. XP seems to be really low.
Yes, going from the modern ones back to the old ones where there's no constant XP share.
Yeah.
Is a bit of a drag.
And you can miss it entirely in this game, because if you don't speak to one of the professor's assistants, you don't get it.
Yes.
He's just in one of the gates. I thought, they'll give it me in the story somewhere, and they never do.
Nope.
Not like in Gen 3.
I think in Gen 2, you get it like really late on, and you have to do specific things to get it. But anyway. So should we move on to the news?
Yes.
I think we should. Take it away.
But Badoo, it's the news.
So it is a small news section this time.
It is. Contrary to the last few news, especially the last one.
Jeez. And it's also quite small bits of news as well, ain't it?
Yeah.
All the news will happen after we've recorded.
I know. Well, it will, because
tomorrow,
after this has come out, so before this comes out, but after we've recorded it, it's Gamescom Opening Night Live. So it's another trailer armor, so loads of trailers come out, but obviously we'll miss that. So that'll be on the next episode.
It will?
Yeah.
It will.
Oh, sorry.
As you know, for us, always on time.
So we'll start off. There's been a lot of talks about Bioshock 4 and its development hell.
Yes. So I think it was Strauss Zelnick, who's the CEO of Take-Two.
Yeah.
Has come out and said, okay, yes, it's been delayed. It's just not met internal milestones. I think some of some of it's been reset. He said it is still coming out.
I think somebody specifically asked him about Bioshock 4.
He's like, it is still coming out. He said the problem with this day and age, he said, a good game is conceived as a bad game.
Yes.
Unless it's
a good game is conceived as a finished game. That's the problem with this generation.
I mean
I'm joking.
Good isn't good enough.
By general people's minds, it's good, it's bad. If it's great, it's great.
They all want the perfect game.
7 out of 10.
Exactly. So that's what he's trying to get at. And he's like, there's such a legacy with Bioshock that they can't make a good game. It has to be a great game. So they've got really high expectations. So I'm glad that they're giving it time to be good. They've got the money because of GTA. So they just want it to be good. Oh, not good, great.
Yeah.
So they're going to invest the time and not rush it out, which is commendable.
I agree with his statement. It's sad.
Yeah.
Because
I'm Bioshock 4.
Because there are a lot of quote unquote mid games
that
are fantastic games, deserve the limelight.
Yeah.
But you just have to wait a bit longer now, Brad.
I know, it's been like 10 years.
I don't know if I'm in the minority for thinking this, but I never thought the Bioshock games were like that phenomenally polished anyway.
I think they're well polished.
I only played Bioshock 2 and then Bioshock Infinite, but I wouldn't say for a shooter they had great gunplay.
No, yeah. So polish-wise,
Infinite's better, but I played 1 and Infinite.
Yeah, 2 is probably, well, it depends who you ask. 2 is typically considered the worst one, but by a lot of people, well, not a lot, but a few people do like 2 for its gameplay, because it made some improvements. But the general consensus is the first one's the best one, then Infinite, then 2. But kind of like how Last of Us' gameplay isn't the thing that holds it up. It's the same with Bioshock. It's the story, it's the world building, it's all that stuff that is what you go to those games for. The gameplay is serviceable.
Secondary.
Yeah.
It does make me think, though, because I kind of agree with Joe there, but if it came out now, would it be as critically acclaimed?
Maybe not, but that's...
Like, what is the thing they're struggling on to make it not just good?
Who
is
knows?
It the story or the gameplay? Like,
who knows? Probably
I
the
want to know
story,
if it
because that's
follows
what
more on
it's...
from Infinite or from the other games.
It's just going to be a new thing.
Oh,
I think it'll be a new thing.
Yeah.
It's just called Bioshock.
You are right there, though, Brad. I mean, it is about the story.
Yeah.
More so, and
that's
the
what
world in general. So we will see. Because a lot of people dog on Infinite for its ending.
Yes and no. I mean, it's 50-50. I think Infinite has one of the best endings
I think it's good.
Any game.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Yeah.
I think it's incredible. It's like, what is going on? I cannot understand this, but when you do, it's like, oh my God.
You can only see it coming once it's already happening.
Yeah. And it just unravels in front of you. And like, this makes no sense. But I remember explaining it to Lucy. I was like, so there's these twins. Yeah. It was, and the lighthouse, everything's a lighthouse. There's always a lighthouse.
This was me explaining Expedition 33 to Dulcie. It's like, what?
It was very similar. I think
Yeah.
Bioshock Infinite and Expedition 33 had invoked the same sort of feeling. And that's probably the first time I've had that feeling from a game since
I get
Infinite. And I think that's the sort of thing they need to nail. It's the story and the world building. The gameplay is secondary, however, it does also need to be good.
Yes,
at least good.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully it'll be decent.
We will see. Well, moving on to the next bit of news. Bungie seems to be losing its independence at Sony.
Yeah,
after everything that's been going on at Bungie.
So the initial deal, when Sony bought Bungie, I think it's for $3 billion something. Part of that deal was that the Bungie leadership will still have independence, so they can make decisions. Sony just bankrolls them.
Yes.
So it's as if they were never.
As if they were never bought.
If you go back in Bungie's history, obviously they were originally Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
They got their independence from Microsoft. They celebrated, everything was great. Then they were purchased by Activision.
Yeah.
To do Destiny. That obviously ran its course. And then they got independence from Activision. They were in Activision.
Okay, so they were bought by them.
So then they had to get independence from Activision.
Yeah.
Get the.
But they still published the games, though, didn't they, for a while?
Maybe, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But then they got full independence with Destiny.
Yeah.
And they celebrated, and then Sony bought them.
Yes.
So clearly this independence thing isn't going too well for Bungie.
Did they make anything between Halo and Destiny?
No.
So their independence means they don't make anything.
Sounds like it. But having this autonomy, I just don't think the Bungie leadership is very good at leadership.
Well, I think that's the conclusion Sony have clearly come to.
Yeah. And they've basically said they are slowly absorbing Bungie to become a Sony, like all the other Sony studios. They would more and more just a Sony studio than an independent funded by Sony.
So like Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
What that means for game exclusivity and
who knows
other stuff happening, I don't know.
I think if they make live service games, I don't think it'll change.
No, I can't.
But I think what it'll mean is that just basically the management will probably be gutted in a way.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure they'll be very upset.
They probably will with a massive golden
Well, to be fair, from what I've heard, the last couple of years with Bungie management has not been good.
No.
So
hopefully this will reinvigorate it, because say what you want about Sony, and they do some awful things, but the studios they support and actually then obviously end up releasing games tend to go pretty well. If
they're single player games.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But obviously Concord being excluded.
No, we went so long.
The rest of it, since Concord. the other games, typically they're pretty good. So hopefully,
now I think a spokesperson at Sony, they also asked them about Marathon, and they still, I don't know the exact quote, but they basically came
it's
out
not a sprint, guys,
and said, yeah, they said literally, we're hoping it's still coming out.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So
they didn't say it is not being cancelled.
Yeah,
the word in the used was at this moment it is not being cancelled.
Yes.
They're doing everything they can to sort of.
I think they still want it to come out this financial year, so by when is it, April next year?
Yeah. But it sounds like there is a possibility of it being cancelled, which I don't think anyone expected necessarily. Well, I say that. I think most people didn't expect it, or at least not to come out so sort of brazenly from Sony executives. So yeah,
very interesting.
Watch this space.
Yeah, stay tuned on that one. Moving on to other, I suppose, bad news. Both of these have been like pretty bad news. Does anyone remember a CG trailer for a game called Contraband?
Yes.
No.
Well, Xbox just cancelled that.
It was being made by Avalanche. Damn. I think it was supposed to be like a PvE sort of.
I haven't got a clue. All it was a CG trailer.
It was like a heist game.
Yeah, I think they opened a box and it literally just said Contraband in it. Yeah. That was it.
It was being made by Avalanche, who made Just Cause. Okay. Like a heist simulator sort of game.
I see.
But they've also said when the word cancelled has been thrown around a lot, and it's not strictly false.
More like shelved.
Yes, they've said they are stopping development on it, right? But there is still a chance that it could resume development at some point. But they're stopping active development.
Well, I'm pretty certain
never stop scraping the barrel.
Yeah,
that trailer was at least 2 years ago, probably 3.
Yeah.
So
that means nothing. The first Cyberpunk trailer came out like 7 years before the game came out.
True. But we got constant updates. But
when they announced all the cancellations a couple of weeks ago, this wasn't mentioned, but the trailer was quietly delisted from YouTube.
Yes.
So everyone kind of knew it was coming, and now they've officially.
Of all the games to get cancelled or shelved, I mean, I don't think a lot of people in this space even remember it's a thing.
No,
I was gonna say, if they're not drumming up the right kind of advertisements and stuff for it, nobody really will bother, will they?
To be honest, it would have gone by the wayside for me if I hadn't just seen it randomly.
There'd probably be like better heist games out now anyway.
I think
people love payday games.
Yeah, I think when
it's not payday for him.
When the first thought that comes to Joe's mind when he hears the word Contraband is our band from 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I think you've got a bit of a marketing issue.
Well, there's only
if that came to anyone else's mind, I would have loved that as well.
True.
Considering we only played in like a back room somewhere.
Yeah.
And then the last bit of news I've got is the trailer that Riot showed. Basically, they just blatantly AI.
So
you know a bit more about this.
Yeah. So Riot just was celebrating the 3rd year anniversary for Wild Rift. I think it's one of their mobile games.
Okay.
And in celebrating it, they did like a CG trailer. Now, typically Riot are known, like Blizzard, for doing these really great CG trailers with all the characters in, and you imagine like your World of Warcrafts, your Diablo, your Overwatch trailers like that.
Okay,
Same reason like Arcane was so good. I know it wasn't their team specifically, but it's that same sort of like art style. And they do really, really good trailers. But this one, they've said it was made by creators. Yeah, but I'm 99% sure it's AI.
It was prompted by creators.
Yeah. And everyone is pretty convinced it's AI because there's just some dodgy things going in on it. It just looks bad compared to like their normal stuff.
Well, it's either AI or the fact that everybody just keeps sacking all the staff.
Yeah.
So
but
maybe 100-person team is now a 10-person team.
Yeah. So they have to use AI to fill in the blanks. So everyone, is pretty convinced that it is AI. It's just a bad look.
Yeah.
For a team that is known for doing high budget CG trailers, especially.
Yeah.
Then, like, if your team is small, and you've not really dabbled your hand in it, I still don't think it's good you to outsource it. But at least you could somewhat start to maybe excuse some of it.
Yeah.
But in this case, there's like no excuse in it.
Yeah.
So,
not a great news section. So I'm hoping Ben's games coming up's a bit better.
I'm sitting up in the chair now. All right.
Come on, what games are coming up? Please, games.
I'm getting up.
Quick stretch, quick paper rustle. Games coming up. Okay, so September.
the effort. I love it.
Off the bat, I'm just going to say the one I'm really looking forward to, Silent Hill F.
Is that September? I thought it was October.
September. No,
Oh, wow.
End of September, 25th
Cool.
of September.
Yeah.
Very excited about it. It's the first in the franchise to be a 18 plus in Japan, which says, oh my, I've seen the other games.
Yeah.
What
are
It
we
weren't
to do?
18 plus.
It's also the first in the franchise to be a Souls-like.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, it's they're saying Souls like difficulty, aren't they?
So,
They're
it's a
they're not
bit of
saying
a...
it's Souls like.
So- There's been a bunch of people who've previewed it, and they've all had really positive things to say about it. But it's entirely melee focused. There's no guns.
Okay.
There is like weapon degradation in it, but apparently it's done well. But you do have some sort of like stamina meter, so you are like dodging a little bit, and hitting and dodging a bit and hitting. I don't think it is going to be a Souls-like in that sense, but it has been sort of compared.
They're comparing it based on the difficulty that they're aiming for, because it's survival horror. It needs to be scary and challenging.
Yeah.
And how do you achieve that nowadays? You make it hard.
Yeah.
When you die, you have to go pick up your XP.
No, hopefully not. But there's like
your liver.
There's things like a scared meter as well. I don't know if that ties into like your stamina, but you can get to moments when like your character will freeze because they're too scared. You know,
Oh,
Could
okay.
That's
could work
interesting,
quite well.
actually.
Uh, We'll see. It has had positive previews, so fingers crossed it sticks landing.
I do like when games have like a sanity meter that
Yeah.
starts to affect you. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. It also sounds like when you go into the other world, you like when you're in the normal world, and it's obviously still scary, and you've got like normal weapons, but like a bat or an iron pipe or something like that. When you go into the other world, she's got like katanas and like bladed stuff.
Okay.
It's cool. Quite cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
PS5, XS, PC, 25th of September.
Cool.
Nice.
Hell is Us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Is this
also
that massive open world zombie game?
No.
Action RPG.
No.
Okay.
It's not exactly a Souls-like, is it? It's action RPG, but you have a Souls-like in difficulty, but it's melee focused, and you have a direct link to your stamina and health. So as you get lower health, you don't have
as much. Okay.
But it's an action RPG.
I think this one is more of, yes, it's doing its own little things. There is actually a demo out I've not played. I should have played. But there is a demo out. I think this is more a Souls-like than something like you Silent Hill F. It is like invoking that same sort of thing. I think the big hook with this is it's quite puzzle focused, and the puzzles are kind of like, you've not played a lot of that before yet, have you, Ben?
No.
But in that, your puzzles, like you speak to people and you have to listen to what they say because they'll tell you where to go.
Yes,
there's no,
that
like,
was a
there's
big
nothing
thing
else
led in the trailer.
Yeah, there's nothing else pointing you in that direction. It's the same here, where you have to really be paying attention and sort of solving the world puzzles by listening and
read your pocket notes, listen to what people are talking about. There's no prompts, there's no holding your hand.
There's no mini map and waypoints.
That could be quite good.
Yeah,
depends how obtuse it is.
Yeah,
but it's sort of sci-fi, isn't it?
Yes. I didn't actually write that down for that. I wonder why I didn't.
Is this the one where you got the drone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the monsters with like no faces.
It's 90s. It's set in a 90s theme, though, isn't it?
Is it set in Poland? Oh no, that's Kronos.
No, you're thinking of a different. Yes, Kronos is next. Can you stop jumping ahead, please?
Yeah, sorry.
So when's that coming
out?
4th September.
Cool.
PC, XS, PS5.
Cool.
Nice.
Kronos.
Is that the one set in Poland?
Yeah, 80s Poland. So
set inside a pocket watch.
Kronos, The New Day.
New Dawn.
Sci-fi. New Dawn. Oh wow, terrible.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life.
That literally says New Day.
How are you feeling, Joe?
I'm feeling good.
Oh, you guys are hard to work with. Sci-fi horror. Big thing that stood out to me was the whole. They've lent into the horror side because you have to decide whether to use the resource to burn the dead enemies or they can be merged into others and mutate.
Yeah.
So that's a good way of looking at the horror aspect.
No, I think the story hook seems quite interesting as well because you're sort of a time traveler in 80s Poland. And seems quite good. I tell you what, there's a lot of horror games coming out in September.
Yeah, why not save them all?
There is. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. It's because it's getting dark again.
I know October is usually the time, isn't it? Because
true. Halloween.
Season,
I didn't realise Kronos was coming out so soon.
No, me neither.
It's set in actual places in Poland as well, so they're inspired by real places, which I thought was a cool one. And I know we have at least one Polish listener, Przemek, so I had to mention it.
You might recognise some of those places.
PS5, PC, XS, Switch 2. Huh? 5th of September. My final note was you get to save a cat.
Yes.
In it. Yeah, apparently you get to save a cat in it. And I just thought that was cool.
Can you pet it? That's the question.
Yeah. I don't know whether you adopt the cat, but it was worded like you get to save the cat, and that's kind of its little quirk.
I bet that sold it to a lot of people.
It did to me, to be fair. I'm like, I'm in. Borderlands 4.
Yes, I'm excited for this.
The big thing they're leaning into, again, the standout things is mainly what I mentioned. The big thing that they're leaning into is the weapon upgrade. So apparently you can bolt on parts from other branded weapons, if that makes sense.
You can sort of make your own kind of weapon more than you could in the old ones.
Yeah, because in the old ones it's kind of just get new weapons all the time.
Yeah, this time you can break them apart and merge them. I think one thing. Sorry, carry on.
I was going to say, is it still one of the selling points where it's like a bajillion guns?
Yeah.
Well, always. Yeah.
But now you can merge a bajillion guns.
So it's infinite guns.
I think the biggest selling point for me is the tone of the game, I believe, is much more in line with like the first two.
Yeah, it's not as Marvel jokey.
Yeah. I think
Down
there is
to
going
the
to be
size, I heard somebody say less borders, more lands. That just made me laugh.
But it's also
was I on that marketing team?
It's also like a seamless open world more than zones, I believe, and stuff like that. And
that was the whole selling point in, was it Gamescom or Summer Games Fest?
So I'm actually more looking forward to this than I have been for a Borderlands for a while.
They've gone back on their 80 quid thing, haven't they, to 70? I think we covered that already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they ever
said it was
going to be 80, but there was somebody had asked Randy Pitchford about, please don't bring up the price, and he said something like, "It's not up to me." But
find a way.
But then he went on to say, "But it shouldn't matter."
Yeah,
true fans will buy it anyway. Yeah. But no, they never did it.
Only real fans remortgage the house for our games.
Interestingly, I can't remember where I heard this now, but they interviewed somebody at.
It was Strauss Elm.
It was
the same interview.
Same interview.
And they were asked about Randy.
And they asked him, "How do you feel about Randy Pitchford? Do you have a heart attack every time he gets on social media?" And he just said, "I want it on record that I love Randy Pitchford."
He said he loves it. He said he's controversial, sometimes intentionally, sometimes unintentionally, but he makes really good games, and he loves him. Yeah, basically. So he didn't answer the question.
Yeah,
but
there was a red dot trained on his forehead. When he said that.
So PS5, PC, XS, 12th of September.
I think it's coming to Switch 2 as well, isn't it?
Oh, it wasn't in my list.
It maybe not straight away, but it definitely is coming to Switch 2.
It might be delayed down the line.
Yeah. Have we already hit that wall where it's struggling to come out with games that current gen?
Yeah.
It came out a month
ago.
Dying Light, The Beast. Why do I bring this up all the time? I feel like I've never stopped mentioning this.
It was supposed to come out last month, and it got a last minute delay after we'd recorded the episode. So now it's coming out this month. So there's nothing really else to say on it. Looks good.
I have something to say.
Yes.
Inspired by Pac-Man.
Okay.
Apparently, it's inspired by Pac-Man. The theory of he eats the big pill and then goes after the ghosts. That's the beast part because you are the beast.
Okay.
And apparently, you struggle to control when he goes in and out of it. I did a little bit more watching.
This kind of sounds a bit like the end of 2.
Well, this is the thing. So I think it looked really good, but the worst parts of 2 were when you just kind of went beast mode. When you went rage and you're just like, nah, mauling zombies, it's like it just felt a bit boring. And this kind of feels like they've based the game around that premise. So I'm hoping it's not as...
I think last time
the
they were
way
trying to do
I've
it
seen
story based.
Yeah.
You're unstable. The way I've seen it is you're unstable. I could be wrong with that, but it seemed to lead into the fact that you were unstable as this beast thing. It just took over you, and it'll probably do it at the worst time when you kill somebody you love. Or
probably. The thing is, with the way these games work, especially the earlier game, when your weapons aren't as good, you can get surrounded really quickly and it's tense and you're trying to escape. When you've got this beast mode, it takes away a lot of that tension because you just go beast mode and kill everything. So
but if you still have that on cooldown, you can't do it all the time.
We'll see how it works. I'll be interested to see, but it's the thing I'm least excited about.
But that could
the title of the game.
That could the unstable scenario could be that it comes out way too early. Like it just happens before you've got to the crowd of people.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Or
maybe it does other things as well, so it doesn't always overpower you. Sometimes it might freeze you or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
and you
just end up with one massive arm.
Yeah,
join the crowd of zombies.
Yeah, we'll see. But cool.
PS5, XS, PC, 19th of September. A quick one for Frostpunk 2. I know it's already out, but it's coming to consoles, and apparently they've done a lot of work with the controls to make it viable.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Good.
So, because it's like a top-down.
Yeah.
Age of Empires.
They're usually aimed at PC style mouse and keyboard stuff, aren't they? Apparently, they've done a lot of work to make it usable. Coming to consoles.
Cool.
Well,
18th of September.
On Xbox, you can plug in a mouse and keyboard if you want to play it that way.
Very true.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
So that's coming out this month as well. Okay,
that's cool.
Looks hilarious.
This is Lucy's favorite game.
You cannot damage yourself by falling. Was what I took from it. But
I want to see how well it lasts for a full
babies
game.
have soft bones.
Yeah, I want to know if it gets frustrating by the end.
The guy looks hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can get shoes and hats and fun stuff. So this appeals to me a bit.
Is there a hat with a propeller on top?
Yeah.
Because you've got to have one of those.
That's the problem is I don't know whether it's a in-game currency you're buying things with. That's how you get your hats or whatever you're doing. I don't know whether it's something like that, but apparently that's the big motivation not to fall over is not to lose this hat.
Oh, okay, so you lose your hats if you fall. Okay.
It can fall off cliffs and roll away from you, and then by the time you get back up, you can't get to it. I just thought an interesting take.
To be fair, that's the biggest problem I had in Red Dead Redemption 2. Losing
that hat.
All the time. And then just picking up someone else's hat and lose my hat forever.
Looks hilarious. That's what I wrote. 8th of September, PS5, PC.
Cool.
Not coming out on Xbox?
No,
I don't believe so. Yeah.
Strange.
Okay. Alien Rogue Incursion.
Yeah.
Evolved Edition. So
is this set to be alongside with
apparently
Alien
it's
Earth?
the VR.
Okay.
So it's had a lot of stick, hasn't it? So it didn't look very good considering the generation it's come out alongside. It's had a few problems, so they have released a not VR version coming to PC and PS5, so people can actually play it.
Cool.
And in doing that, they've polished a lot of things. They've made it run better. Apparently, the AI of the aliens were really dopey in the VR version.
Yeah.
That's strange because in isolation they were really good.
Well, it's really interesting how it worked in isolation. So I believe,
there was like 2 AIs, wasn't there?
Yeah, one always knew where you were, and
Yeah.
it drip fed information to the one that didn't.
That's cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
It's clever.
Did they ever make a VR version of that? Because I feel like that'd be the ultimate survival game.
Maybe not.
I think they did.
I don't know.
Sure they did. Yeah.
Because no need for incursion then. They've already got it.
Anyway, they've made it into a real game. I'm a real game.
I'm a real game. Not that VR games aren't real games.
No. Of course.
Flat screen game.
They're just
Flat
terrible.
Game. Hey, leave Pistol Whipped out of this. Best John Wick game ever.
30th of September, PC, PS5. I've got mentions that I just I feel like I'm forced to say.
Go on.
EA Sports Football.
It's in the game.
It's in the game.
28th September.
It always makes me laugh because you're always like, look at all these new features. I'm like,
it's
really?
exactly the same since 1995, except it looks a bit better.
We've remapped a button.
EA Sports, NHL. Oh no, sorry, I didn't say where, did I?
Everywhere.
The football everywhere. 20th September. EA Sports, NHL 26. 12th September. PS5.
The other
Xboxes. Yeah, I'm sorry for not having the interest in it. I just can't get into
it.
But I've mentioned it. Yeah, I mentioned it, right? That's progression. I'm growing as a person. Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm assuming it's some kind of remaster. I didn't see a lot about it. I just found out it was coming.
The Elysian Chronicles.
Yes. Yeah.
Elysian.
Yeah, something like that. It is a remake.
Yeah.
But it looks, to me, it's still keeping like the art style. So
yes, they've polished it.
It looks more like a remaster, but I think it is more like a remake.
I think they've also
they've made another version. Yeah. They've voiced it.
Yeah. Yes, they've voiced it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you can play it old school and read everything, or they can do the newer way and have it all voiced.
I may have to get this.
Everywhere.
Have to get it.
30th of September. See, I mentioned it for you, Jake. See, I care.
Is it on Switch original?
Everywhere it's said.
Oh,
cool.
Might have to get it on that.
I will not.
And it will be able to run it on the original Switch because it's not that intensive.
You'd think so. You'd think so.
Hey, if I can run the new Fire Emblems with no stutters, you're going to be fine.
It just depends how well optimized it is, because when they remake these things, it's not always just as simple as an old game on new systems. Sometimes it still doesn't work. Yeah.
Does it work well as a pick up, put down kind of game?
I would have thought so.
Yeah, because you do
get there and go, I have no idea, and then spend the next 3 hours going, I don't know where I am or what I'm doing.
Well, hopefully, because it's a remake, they've added in some quality of life, like a log, what you did last, and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. 30th of September everywhere, I didn't say it. And the last one, and I thought I'd leave this to last, Sonic Racing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Crossworlds?
Yeah, Crossworlds.
Oh, I'm so getting that. So getting that.
Left that to last for you, Joe.
I can't wait to be Minecraft everywhere. Steve in a Sonic game.
So weird.
What a crossover.
Like, we say this every time, but it's a pretty packed month.
It is. That is way more packed than I thought.
I know October's packed when we get to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was more so than I thought. I think a lot of these games I thought were coming out in October.
Same.
Yeah.
Because they were horror games.
Because they were horror games, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Right. So, on to the socials.
Yeah.
You can find us pretty much everywhere. Facebook, X, Instagram, Reddit. But the place where we are the most interactive is the Discord, which you can find a Discord link on all of those social medias as well. So jump in, join the conversation. There's always something going on. We're still running the music competition.
You say quiz every time.
Every time. It's not a quiz. Well, it's a quiz at the end.
Maybe we should do a quiz. Who knows?
We should do a gaming quiz, really.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, get us up on Discord, join the conversation, and we'll be happy to hear from you. If you have any questions, you can either ask us there on Discord or at gaminggarnish@gmail.com.
Well, off the back of that, we actually did get a listener question.
Do share.
It was a little late after our Q&A session last episode, but somebody in person asked me this. So
you were recognised.
It's from
a podcast.
Jez, and he basically says, "My friends can't believe that I didn't start a new save on Skyrim when I got the game back after 8 years, or when I started playing the game again after 8 years. Do you think that's normal?"
I'm with him.
To be fair, I'll start a new Skyrim save after 10 minutes of not playing Skyrim. Just because I'll have done something in that one where I'm like, oh, I wish I'd done it this way. Or I'm in a situation where we're like, being a wizard at this point would have been really handy.
I
don't
You're
think
a wizard, Joe.
I don't think it's crazy. I think it depends on what you're going back to the game for.
So
if you've not finished the game and you were like, you know what, I want to finish the game, and you're probably just going to use the same playthrough, then fine. I think it's fine to carry on. When I went back to Cyberpunk after it got fixed, it was probably 3 years, 2 or 3 years. I don't know if it would be that long.
Yeah.
But let's say 2 or 3 years after I'd played it last time, and I just carried on my save because I didn't really want to do everything again. Okay. And I was like 40 hours in at that point, but I hadn't finished it. So I just got through to the end by doing that. Obviously, I started it again when I played with Lucy.
To do Phantom.
But for my main save, I didn't. So I think that's normal. I think if you'd already finished the game and then 8 years later you went back to it, then I'd feel like, you're probably restarted. Because otherwise, what are you going to do?
On the fence about that. So sometimes I like to go back to some of the Fallouts just to have a God mode moment.
Yeah. I think that depends what you're wanting to get out of the game 8 years later. If you just wanted to have a dabble, then probably load up your old save. But if you wanted to play the game again for a long period of time, what are you going to do after you finish the game necessarily?
I can definitely see why you're
restart territory.
Yeah.
I can definitely see why you're getting a bit of pushback off your friends.
Who knew it was a hot topic?
I think it's the type of thing you get pushed
How are you going to remember where you are?
That's what I was thinking. I can't remember what happened in Skyrim, mate.
No.
I can't remember what happened in Skyrim, and I don't think it's been 8 years since I played it.
Yeah, fair. But I think it's one of those where your initial reaction is 8 years, start it again. But I think the more you think about it, it really does depend on the context.
I suppose Skyrim is so big that even if you were just thrown into it in the middle of something, you've still got so much to do, so many side quests that you can start. That you might not.
It's not exactly like you've got any character development.
Yeah,
in terms of the story,
there is a main story, but I remember the side quests more than the main story anyway.
Yeah.
There's so many just samey looking cave systems that they're all in the map everywhere.
I do think if I was to go back to Skyrim after 8 years, I think my first thing I would do 100% is boot up my old save.
Yes.
See what was going on.
Yeah. And then probably just make a decision. Maybe the decision is, I'm going to start it again.
Yeah.
I don't know where I am. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't know what I want to do. So I'm just going to start again. Maybe I'd start it again to refamiliarize myself with the game for a couple hours and then go back to my old save. But I don't think you're crazy, Jez. I don't think you're crazy.
Just do whatever you want to do.
Games,
he's forging his own path.
Yeah.
Games are supposed to be fun.
Skyrim's about.
Yeah. So just do what you want to do.
Especially if you had a save where you could do the Iron Dagger armor skills glitch.
True.
Because if you go back to it now, you can't do that anymore.
Can you do that?
Go back to the start. You can't just make loads of Iron Daggers and have maximum blacksmithing.
Yeah.
And then have dragon armor at the start of the game.
You know what is crazy? Being forced into doing something you don't want to do.
Yeah, there you go.
So
that's
crazy. So you do you. You play that game after 8 years.
That's what games are about. Just do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for the question.
I hope you're satisfied with our answer. Because I'm sure you don't want to be crazy.
No.
So, moving on from that, shall we go on to our Buried by Backlog, which this time we had Driver San Francisco.
Yeah, so it was a community vote. It wasn't a community wheel, it was a voted one.
It was.
So the game was put forward by Nadia in the Discord. So thank you for that. Take us away, Joe. Driver San Francisco.
First of all, I want to say amazing concept, amazing execution in this game.
Yeah.
The concept that I'm talking about is you can drive in a game called Driver, but you can also
I didn't see that coming.
Drive other people's cars. Like civilians, while your other car becomes like autopilot.
So I went round to Jake's to play this. And the first thing we noticed was there was a split screen option in the menu.
Really?
So let's play it split screen, and it's basically just like competitive races, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So it's not like one person controls the civilians and the other one's.
So we were driving around and like, okay, it's a driving game, fine. And then one of us just pressed a button and we're like, what? And the camera pans out and looks above everything. You're like,
oh, so you didn't do any of the story before you did that?
Yeah, we didn't start the main game. We were just like, let's just jump straight in.
Yeah. So then we thought maybe let's start the main game.
Story.
But enjoyed it. It's a Ubisoft game. This was when Ubisoft knew how to like focus their efforts and make a focused game.
Make something different.
Yeah.
Originality.
I enjoyed. What did we play? 3 or 4 hours? I enjoyed.
I think about 4. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's how much have I played of it yesterday?
Yeah. Well, we did it in one session as well. To be fair, and we just kept swapping controllers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You finished the whole game in 4 hours?
No, we didn't.
Oh right. No. I was going to say that's good going.
I agree with Joe. Really cool premise.
And I'm surprised it's not been picked up again since then.
Yeah. I have some ideas why, but we'll get into that.
I think in a world of GTAs, that was probably the best way for them to handle it. Because otherwise it would be getting out of your car and nicking somebody else's car is
mid-chase impossible.
So I think that was a very clever way of getting around it for the time.
Yeah.
Well, shall we jump straight into the gameplay? Because that's what we're all talking about, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what do you think about the driving? The just general driving, game called Driver, most of what you're doing, driving.
In a world that we live in where every driving game has to be as realistically feasible as possible, I liked how arcadey this was. It really took me back to not Fast and Furious, Need for Speed games.
Arcadey, because the first thing I thought was this was trying too much to be realistic, because the car is so heavy.
Me and Jake had the same.
In the corners.
You can drift anywhere.
I don't know. I had to slam on the brakes every time just to go
right. To be fair, the brakes on all the cars were bad.
Yes. I found it was
even like the race cars.
I found it was a very heavy feeling game, and it brought me back to the 360 era where all racing games were starting to go down that route. Everything feeling heavy and trying to go for that more realistic weight and physics of the car. And then later games now, they're more focused on making the game feel
fun. Arcadey.
Arcadey, but more like your inputs are like instantly felt.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Which makes it feel more arcadey because everything does just drift when you want it to drift. Everything feels
I still think this
immediate.
I think Ben and Joe are right about it still feeling arcadey. Because I'm thinking about like GTA 4, for example, when that first came out, and coming from San Andreas to GTA 4.
Yeah, that had heavy cars, GTA 4.
Yeah, and I think it's a product of the time why this feels heavy.
Yes.
But it is still arcadey in a way. But I do think it was, once you got used to it, it was fun to drive.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the most fun driving experiences I've had. And I love Forza games. But they don't feel fast. This felt fast.
Yeah.
It's because of that weight. Because if you go in too fast,
this
you can't make the corner.
Yeah.
Whereas this is what I'm saying in like Forza games, everything's so like immediate. Like you can go super fast and you can still brake in time for that corner.
No, but not even just in the driving, but the way the environment, like it blurs around you the faster you go. So like you unlock like the boost perk, like the sound design changes and like it goes like all muffled because all you can focus on is directly what's in front of you.
Well, even like the little mechanics that did make it arcadey, like you do have your boost, but then you've got your little ram, which took Jake ages to figure out.
Oh yeah. What is this?
Why am I slowing down?
But I like that little ram thing. I felt like you should have been able to side ram.
Yeah, that'd
kind of just ram forward.
I think that was a burnout thing.
Yeah, but it did feel a bit burnout, especially when you got like the action cams when you're like destroying the car.
Those did start to grate on me after about 1,000 times of seeing them.
Yeah. Well,
especially on the missions where you have to defend a van.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not as fun as the burnout like destruction mechanic.
No, but it's not. It's doing a lot of other stuff as well. Which one thing I thought was quite interesting. It's an open world game, and there's side stuff to do in the open world, but you obviously never get out your car. But when even if you're in a mission and it's telling you to go somewhere, unless it's a race, there's not like arrows.
No, you just have your mini map.
Yeah, so it's very much like Burnout Paradise.
Weirdly, the mini map's at the top.
It's the top, but if you press screen, was it Y, it brings it up.
It makes
big.
it bigger.
Yeah,
but in no other game is the minimap there. It's always the bottom left.
It worked.
That's what I'm saying. It's really good execution of how to do it.
It did get in the way of the screen sometimes. If you made it big and you're trying to it did get in the way.
But if you open a map while you're driving, it's going to get in the way.
Exactly. But I like that because it allowed you to pick a route to get to the objective. Like pick your own route. It wasn't just telling you where to go, but it was quite clear to see. Whereas in Burnout Paradise, which did a similar thing, I always found it quite hard to navigate unless you knew the area well.
Yeah. I'm always thinking.
But this game gives you a lot of opportunity to get to know the area because it locks you into a smaller bit of the map first.
Yeah. Yes.
And then it expands later.
Yeah.
So you can get familiar with each area if you're doing stuff in the area. If you're just straight lining the story, it's harder.
Which we kind of were, weren't we?
Yeah.
But outside of the general driving, it introduces this interesting mechanic that Joe was talking about before, where
it's called shifting.
Yes,
which is very, very good car terminology.
It's definitely there's a story reason for it, which I don't really understand.
We'll get to that in a sec.
But But essentially, your character can remove his consciousness and teleport his consciousness into any other driver in
any other car.
Your car will carry on driving on like autopilot, essentially.
And it's very good AI autopilot, actually.
And then you'll take control of another car, which I think is a really, really cool mechanic. It gets better the more you do it. So at first, it zooms out the map a little bit. You can move around. It goes like plan view. You can pick a car, and then later you can zoom out further. You do get a really big zoom at one point. But
it's super slow zoom out.
Yeah, but technically it's really impressive, I think, because it zooms out quite far and you can see all the cars driving around and you can just like pick one and it instantly zooms in.
Remember this is a 360.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, I don't think we've said yet, but it was 360 for the time. Very, very good.
Which is why I'm surprised no one has done something similar.
It was quite graphically.
It's decent.
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Some of the
some Switch games that look worse than this.
Some of the faces were really good.
I was surprised. I was surprised how good it looked. Yeah.
So you can teleport into any of the cars. There's an option in some stuff later on where you can do like a quick teleport. If you're controlling two cars, like a cop and his partner, you can quick jump between them.
Yeah, so I think that's so if you like crashes one car, you can quickly go to the other one.
Yeah.
Well, you can also use it for setting up stuff. So you could drive one car in front of the enemy, or like other racer, and then you switch the one behind and ram them.
Yeah. Well, this thing, it came up. It made it so there was some really interesting scenarios. So I had one where I had to get away from the police. I was playing as like a criminal of some kind who had the police chasing him. So I was driving away, and you could not get away from the police. They stick to you like.
That's the hardest part of this game.
Yeah, it was really, really difficult to get away from them. But what you could do is you could warp into like oncoming traffic and use that traffic to ram the police.
That's the best part.
See, this is where I feel really stupid because I just kept driving. I didn't think of doing that because I'm an idiot.
Same, Ben. It was only when Brad started doing it, I went,
It is so hard. Every time you do it, you don't realize how far away you have to. You don't realize how fast the cars are going. So if you pick a car that's too close, you can't turn in time.
And you've got to pick a car which you know its performance as well. Yeah. So if you go and you pick like a tanker or something, or
it turns car so slow.
It turns so slow. You have to go like 10 miles down the road before you start turning it.
There was quite a lot of like times when I was trying to do that, and then the AI of the criminal's car, so that like my main character in this scenario's car, the AI of that would turn into the car that I was now controlling.
I failed a few missions by that. happening.
So that was
destroyed the car. One of the best times I had with that was in one of the races. It's like really, I think it might be the last race in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one you can win cleanly. I think there's so much rubber banding going on in the races. You can be 200 meters down the road and they just come up on you within like 2 seconds. And it was on a highway. So what I had to do was I picked one of those trucks where you can drive under them, and I went down the road like 2 or 3 miles and parked it sideways. And then my car got through underneath and they all crashed into the wheels either side. So I managed to like win the race by quite a lot because they couldn't get past it. It was the full width of the highway.
That's
a good idea. Jake did the race where you were playing as two characters and you had to come first and second.
That was really hard.
A few goes,
that was so hard, actually.
But it was really cool because you'd get in the lead with one, and then you'd walk to the other to try and catch up.
I will say that, as you said about the rubber banding, I think that may be one of the problems.
A bit too strong.
It is a bit too strong, the rubber banding.
Yeah. It's like when it's happening, you can tell, because even if you have your boost on, I don't think they can boost, and they're the same speed as you.
Yeah.
So it just feels like nothing's happening.
But it's one of those where, when it first introduces the mechanic, I thought, this is going to be a gimmick. You're not going to use this a lot. And it introduces
you use it all the time.
I know. It like introduces the idea that you can buy cars. And I'm like, well, you don't need to buy cars because you can just warp into
I thought
other
that was
cars.
very redundant.
Yeah. And I was is this...
I only figured out later on that it's not about you driving the car. They start appearing on the road more often after you've bought them.
It really should explain that.
Yeah. So
I only noticed after I'd unlocked the DB5 or whatever that I started seeing it on the road a lot. I was like, oh, right.
Makes sense,
It's not a car you'd see in San Francisco very often.
Yeah.
Also, a big part, it was licensed.
Yes, all the cars were real cars.
There's like
even the lorries and trucks
as well
and
you
stuff.
can get.
Yeah, but that was really surprising.
Definitely. For this sort of game as well, because usually you only get licensed cars in big racer games.
Yeah. But I was really thinking this is just going to be a gimmick. It's going to be more of a hindrance. But then when it started using it more and more through the game and having interesting mission types, it wasn't just a race. It's a race where you've got to win first and second like simultaneously. Or it's not just a cup chase. You have to destroy the cups with other cars. It was just little things like that, interesting mission designs that utilize this gimmick really well and made it integral to the game.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why there haven't been any more, I don't know.
Very well executed, like Joe said.
It reminded
me. What really
of
disappoints me is that this game is no longer findable in digital form.
Yeah. Maybe
you can't get hold of it.
I wonder if that is because of the licensing.
Oh, probably, yeah.
The licensing will last so long, so they can't get rid of the physical, but they can get rid of the digital.
I suppose we should probably...
360 store shut down anyway, isn't it? So.
It has. Yeah, and the 360 store, yeah. So, quickly then, how did we all get the game?
eBay.
Same.
Yeah.
Like to eBay 360, and then get out the 360 to play it.
Yeah.
See, I just put it in my Xbox Series X because it has a disc drive.
Yeah. Which is
with a big cheesy grid in the corner.
For Xbox, that is great because it's not like I can put a PS2 game into the PS5.
Well, PS3 it would be, but
PS3, yeah.
But that's why, because the PS3 was notoriously awful.
Yeah.
Weirdly though, I did still have to install it from the disc. It doesn't play from the disc.
See mine, right?
Put it in, I imagine.
Put it in the 360, and it booted up immediately.
Incredible technology.
Incredible.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So
not
I
in screens
emulated it.
Though.
Yeah.
I emulated it on. Yeah, actually, you don't realize how well we are looked after with this generation, do you? Till you play something that has to load.
So maybe the way we have to look at it is when we download a game that's huge, it's pre-doing all the loading screens. Just doing all the loading screens up front.
This is the Mass Effect lift all over again, where it's just a bar going across the screen.
So I emulated it on my Steam Deck.
How does it play on the Steam Deck?
Pretty good, actually. It did play really well. Everything seemed to keep up quite nicely. Except the Steam Deck got as hot as the sun, and the battery probably could do it in about 45-minute sessions.
Jeez. Wow. I wonder, is it on a PC in general? Or is it on
I couldn't find it anywhere.
Maybe it's this licensing issue still then.
Yeah. So I ended up emulating it, and it was great. I took it on holiday with me.
Nice.
And just kept charging it.
It is a good example of the game preservation, thing though. Obviously in this case it's the licensing that is the issue, which I hope there's a way to get around, but we can't get the game unless you get it physically or emulate it. It just doesn't exist anymore.
100%. I mean, it's not
they
like
could
it's
totally just debadge all the cars.
Yeah, but then it's effort and it costs money to do that, doesn't it? Maybe what they should do is, if they want,
make badged version models, and then once the license expires,
it just
switch
changes
to the model set.
Yeah. So they do it as part of development.
Or even just, you'd think at this point that maybe, I mean, it's the car companies really.
Yeah.
But you think they'd just be like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah, that's pretty cool that I'm still there.
Yeah. This game doesn't need licensed cars, I don't think.
No, it doesn't.
It
well, no other driver game does.
I was a little sad. Yeah. So I'd never played anything in between. I'm not sure what the trick. I think there was Driver 2 was the PlayStation 1 in between the first. So I'd never played any others apart from the original Driver and this one.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what to expect. I was a little sad that the license had gone, because the big thing about the first Driver game was you had to do a license in a car park.
Oh yeah.
It was unintentionally impossible.
There was a mistake, wasn't there, with that, actually, just while we're talking about
it. I think it was the slalom. It didn't explain what a slalom was. And for a lot of people, they didn't know what a slalom was, and you couldn't Google it at the time.
The timer was really tight.
Yeah.
The error was when it was in development, the game was accidentally left in hard mode on that license. So the timer was short, because when they were in development, they were trying it on hard and extreme and everything else. And when they made and released the game, nobody had put it back to normal.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So the game just got made and released with this almost impossible. It wasn't. You could learn it and do it, but the game was released with this really hard mode, and obviously it wasn't a day where you patched it, was it?
No.
Or have guides.
So everybody was just stuck with this little car park rampage for hours on end.
But obviously, this one you play as talking story wise now.
We'll move on to the story then.
You play as a cop, don't you? Basically.
Yeah.
So
I would like to start with, if you've seen the program Life on Mars, it's that concept.
I've not seen the program.
Yes, I was thinking it's got to have some.
Yeah.
I've not watched it myself, but I know the premise.
Yeah.
So you're a cop who gets into an accident.
Yep.
And then you're in a coma.
Yep.
And then everything that you do in your coma is the game.
Yeah. So it starts off and it shows this criminal, and this criminal you put away.
Jericho.
And you just want to watch basically the transit of the
make sure he goes to prison.
Make sure he goes to prison, or whatever's happening. So you'll just want to watch that, and he breaks out because he sets up this elaborate, bit unrealistic situation. There's a woman hanging out a helicopter with an RPG, and the helicopter driver doesn't think
it's very indicative of the time.
I don't think that's unrealistic. What are you talking
about? Well, you said
doing it in Battlefield 6.
When we were playing it, you said, "Oh, why doesn't the helicopter driver just like
turn a bit?"
But then he could have hit a civilian. Could have hit a building. I suppose he could have gone up. Yeah, RPG got this guy.
Could have done all sorts. Anyway, so obviously this Jericho guy escapes. You go in chase after him, and then during the chase, you get in an accident, which puts you in the coma. Now, the reason it's a bit weird is it shows that your character's in a coma, but then it also shows your character you're driving around as normal.
Yes.
So I don't know what's real, and I imagine it would make more sense if you finished the game. But the way the story is presented to you, you're driving around as normal, as your character, with your partner in the car, and then you can displace your consciousness into other people.
Yeah.
And you kind of take over other people, don't you?
Yeah.
You see, I thought it was pretty obvious that, you're not in real life now.
Yeah, because
I was thinking.
The signboards and everything start changing to tell you where to go, and
but then
you're in your coma.
I think my big question is, and me and Brad didn't finish it.
Yeah.
So, Joe, you finished it, didn't you?
Yes, last night.
Yeah. The big question for me was, so is this world all still happening?
Because it shows...
Or is it all in his coma?
No, right. So all the stuff that you do in your coma... this is going to be spoiler territory for however many decades ago.
Yeah.
So all the stuff you do in your subconsciousness and your coma is on the TV news in your hospital room.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when it's talking about the trucks that you've got to go and get, that Jericho's trying to get, and you've got to derail them and stuff, it's saying that on the news, like on the TV news.
Yeah, so that is happening.
That is happening in real life, but you're not
doing
succeeding in real life.
Yeah, you're not doing it.
So like when you complete the mission in the coma, Jericho has actually succeeded in real life.
Oh, so all the stuff you do in the coma doesn't affect the real world.
Well, no, because it couldn't. You're in a coma.
Well, yeah, that's
you're
what
essentially just playing out what's happening.
So is Jericho winning every time?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Until like the last mission, basically, where your subconscious is helping you solve the puzzle of what's Jericho's next move.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you end up in the right place.
That makes more sense. That does make more sense.
Yeah. No,
do you want me to tell you the ending, or are you going to play
Probably won't play it.
Go on. Spoilers for anyone else who wants to play it.
The mission I was stuck on last night, it's like the very end of your subconscious, you gain like really cool powers. Like Jericho gets them first, and he starts being able to drive the other cars.
Oh.
Like you can.
Yeah.
And then he also starts being able to fling them at you like a catapult.
Is this this is in your coma, not in real life?
This is in the coma.
Right, okay, good.
So there's 2 chase missions in a row where you've got to chase him down while he flings cars at you, and it was such a hard mission. I had to cheese it by driving slowly.
Yeah.
Because it does reverse rubber banding. So if you slow down, he slows down.
Okay.
But normal traffic goes at speed it would normally go at. Yeah. So on the highway, it's doing 70. If you drive at 40, he's got nothing to throw at you.
I see.
Because he's not caught up to the traffic yet. But what can happen is traffic catches up to you and then drives past him, and then he can fling it at you.
Yeah.
So that's how I had to do it, because there was a couple of times where he was throwing like oil tankers and they just do so much knockback damage.
Yeah.
You can't catch up to him again. He just drives off.
I see.
He doesn't stop if you stop. He just slows down.
Yeah.
But then the mission after that, you start being able to throw things at him, which that took me ages to realize you could do it from oncoming traffic in the other lanes.
That's cool.
That's the only way to beat that, because that's where all the big traffic is.
Yeah, yeah.
And then once you've caught him in that world, you wake up and then you go and do a chase mission in real life to catch the real Jericho.
Nice.
And then you go and meet him
without throwing cars.
Without powers. Without powers, and you don't have your cool yellow car anymore.
Oh, no.
You're driving your partner's red Camaro, which it's a nice car. It's like the one that Bumblebee was in the Transformers films.
Yeah.
And then you catch him, and then I feel like you're a bit delirious still, because he goes to play chicken with Jericho, and he's like, oh, it's all right, I'll be able to switch out. But then your partner comes in at the last minute with a police SUV and like destroys Jericho's car. It's like, oh, at least I didn't die. Yeah.
I get it. No, that's clever though. Like, I figured that was probably what was going on, but it was just a little bit like, okay, but the stuff I'm doing in his coma seems to be happening in real life.
Yes.
But then also I'm playing myself in the coma.
Which, good storytelling, because I was like, oh, what's the mystery?
Yeah, it was a bit, but that obviously makes a lot of sense.
And like the longer you play the game, the more the radio starts to come on in your car.
Oh, okay.
So like the news starts to come through in like the story beats.
Yeah.
And like your partner in the car starts talking like the partner in real life.
Yeah.
Which is a bit out of the blue. I just loved it in the story that even though you're in your own subconscious, you had to explain to your partner that you have this power.
Yeah.
And he was like, didn't believe you at first.
Well.
I was
obviously,
like, what?
It's because it feels real to him.
Because everything is all his memories of San Francisco and stuff.
But
one of the really good little Easter eggs is all the license plates on the cars are the same.
They all drive
until you go to real life.
Oh.
And then they're not all the same.
That is cool.
They're all different.
It is little things like that. It's neat. You know, it's nice. The story was far more engaging than I expected it to be. And
I would have loved to see this as a buddy cop show.
Yeah,
it'd be so good.
All like the voice acting was really good. There was some like comedy moments that I'm sure were funny at the time, but now are like played to death.
Everyone in San Francisco is cheating on their wife.
Yeah.
Whenever you go into a car, it's like, oh, I don't want my wife to find out about this. I'm like, what? Why is this so prevalent?
But so some
on
of it
that
is definitely
though, all the voice lines in all the other cars, I've not had one repeat.
Yeah, I don't think I had any repeat either.
Which I think is an incredible amount of voice acting. They must have had so many dialogue scripts.
Not every time is there a passenger in the car with you.
Yeah, sometimes but whenever there is, it's different.
Yeah. Some of them were just funny, like the one where you take over the guy who's doing his driving lesson.
Yeah,
and the driving instructor's a bit of a prick, so then you just decide to drive really
give him a heart attack.
I suppose we'll quickly mention as well while we're talking about the story is the way it's laid out gameplay wise is you'll do a main mission and then it'll take you out and you have to do some side missions before you can carry on doing the main mission. I think it's like 1 or 2 usually.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
And then you unlock another
main mission. The Tanner mission.
Tanner mission.
I think it's good at first because you're getting to see all these cool side quests where you get to be a racer or you get to be doing the driving instructor one. You can like taking over the people.
There was the one where you were a stunt
driver.
A stunt
it's like a filming van.
Yeah. And then you want to film stunts or crashes and stuff like that.
They were some of the hardest ones.
Yeah. So it is cool, and then you go obviously back to do the main quest. By the end, Joe, did that get a bit frustrating?
I think the game wants you to do them in a certain order because it unlocks 4 or 5 at a time.
Yeah.
But I found that some of them were so much easier to do once I'd done the second story mission.
Okay.
So in each chapter, there's like 2 story missions, and you get 4 or 5 city missions. There was one with I don't know. You take over 4 different cars, and you got to deliver them to trucks.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll got that far. It's in like chapter 7.
Yeah.
And in the whole mission is timed to 5 minutes, and you got to deliver 3 cars to trucks, and it's just kind of normal. One of them's a rally car, one's a nice Porsche, one's a beat up old Ferrari, which handles a bit bad because it's been crashed into a few times. And then the other one is a Aston Martin DB5, which is one of the slower cars, and you've got to escape people as well as deliver it into this truck.
Okay.
Which I didn't realize at the time you could just drive straight into the back of the truck and it ends the mission.
Yeah.
I thought you had to escape them first, then go find the truck.
Go back to the truck, yeah.
But they're just like the police, they stay on your ass the whole time.
Yeah.
Like the only way to knock them off really is to get them all to crash into the same thing you've crashed into, so that because they don't reverse out of it quite as easily as you, or just try and ignore them as best as possible. Use your boost, go into oncoming traffic, and then just drive into the back of the van. You cannot escape them first and then go into the van and still have enough time to finish the mission. Because at first I was like, oh, I'll do that one first, because as soon as you zoom out into the map, you can pick one of the 4 cars.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'll go do that one first because it takes the most time and I know the routes with the other cars. And because you've got to escape this one, you can't just use the same route all the time where you get crashed into.
Yeah.
And once your car blows up, the mission's over for all the other ones as well.
Yes,
So then I was like trying it over and over and over again. But I was like, oh, I'll go do one of the other story missions now instead. And then, not the story missions, the city missions. Then I did the story mission. Then I went back and did it, and it was so much easier.
Weird.
It was like it toned down the difficulty for some reason. I don't know why. And it's the same with one of the races, the one I told you about where I moved the truck sideways.
Yeah.
The rubber banding was so strong on that I was in 4th place right to the end of the race. So that's why I did the truck thing. It was like one of the last checkpoints to do it on.
So I wonder why it doesn't tell you if there's a difficulty preset and why it would get easier.
Yeah.
I know, but but then when I tried something else first, I don't think it was my mind's refreshed, I can do this now sort of thing, like in Elden Ring. It did feel like the CPU was taking it easy because I'd done something else.
Okay.
Maybe. I think you're saying about, does it get boring or frustrating having to do the side missions before the story? But I found, at least to the point we got to, the missions were so varied and interesting, even if it was the same.
I think, for me, I don't feel like they did.
Yeah.
But I don't know how they felt. By the end of the game.
Because there was 3 types of city mission, wasn't there? There was one where it was like a police involvement that had a star.
Yeah.
There was a race type, and then there was a stunt type.
But
they weren't always. They weren't always the same. One of those.
They used that gimmick well.
And then there was a few random ones as well, wasn't it? How far did you get, Ben? Just out of curiosity.
I did about 6 hours.
Okay.
I don't know what that translates to.
Am I the only one that finished it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
You must have really enjoyed it. How long did it take, Joe?
Hard to say.
10 hours or something?
I mean, I was on it for 4.5 hours last night.
Oh, fair enough.
I got from chapter 4 to chapter 8, so
fair enough.
Oh, wow.
Probably like 10 hours overall, if you're doing a load of side stuff as well.
Yeah.
Which I was doing at the start, loads of side stuff, getting year points up and stuff.
Is it technically a side mission if you're forced to do it?
Well, this is
I don't mean those. There's the other ones. There's ones that earn you the currency to buy cars.
There is the blue one.
Side
the blue
which
one.
aren't compulsory at all.
They're usually more the random things, aren't they, as well?
Yeah. But they all have their own little story beats too.
Yeah.
They all have like a little intro cutscene where someone else is driving it first, then you take over.
Yeah.
And they all have pretty unique conversations. It's not all about cheating on wives.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, I need to earn this money back from the mafia to pay my dad because this car's about to get destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember something.
Or there's bombs you've got to defuse. That was a good side mission. You've got to drive under a lorry for like a couple of seconds while the bombs diffuse. Then you move on to the next one. That was a really good mission.
That's cool. But they definitely used the gimmick to its fullest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100%. I will say one thing before we finish this section. I mean, it feels better that he's in a coma the whole time and it's not a real world. But I remember turning to Brad at one point and going, this guy
It's killed so many people.
This guy gives 0 F's about anyone in this world. Like he could just kill anybody he wants.
Yeah. If you could be God, you'd care less too.
Yeah, but he doesn't know he's God at this point. He thinks it's alive.
He realizes quite early on that it's not real.
Oh, okay. I don't think at our point, after about 4 hours, that he'd realised.
Oh, okay, it's around chapter 4 or 5 that he figures out that it's all in his head.
We must have been about to then, because I think we're on we'd finished chapter 4 at least.
That's when he starts using it to his advantage.
Yeah.
And you start getting more interesting power missions and stuff.
Okay.
They would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did find it funny. I was just like, he doesn't care about anyone in this world. I thought he was a cop, man.
The amount of times you just take over one person's car to slam them into the front of someone's Dodge Ram to slow them down. It's like, they're dead. They're all dead. Everyone in that incident is dead.
Those people do move out the way, the pedestrians, but...
Yeah.
Joey...
That was actually another thing that happens when you go back to real life. The pedestrians didn't move out of the way.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
And that was the first time I'd hit someone, I was like, oh my God, I've just hit someone. They didn't get out of the way. What the heck?
Did they actually...
But it was a criminal.
They actually go over the car?
They don't go over the car. They get pushed to the side onto the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like they've been hit by a car.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
And I was like, I just hit someone with the car. They didn't get out of the way.
They've had to program all that just for like that last mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
I know.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Shall we move on to recommendations then? Or is there any other categories you want to focus on? I feel like music isn't that much of a thing.
It does have some sound-alikes in it, but I don't think it has actual songs.
I think it's got a good soundtrack, but I can't name any of the songs myself.
It makes the whole thing sound like a Starsky and Hutch episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all the little music stabs are very like 70s and early 80s detective cops.
Yes, definitely.
And we mentioned the graphics and stuff were actually...
They hold up.
Yeah, really good for the time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The only time I thought it looked janky was when the car's driving in the little cutscenes, because it doesn't drive like how a car would look like it drives.
Yeah.
It's like it's on rails.
And the faces looked very detailed, but they had that like slight plasticky look.
Yeah. But that was a product of the time.
Definitely.
They didn't know how to get light.
And obviously like the brownish grey of 360 was a bit there as well.
Yes.
But it was a bit more colourful than a lot of the games.
Yeah. I just put that back to it's meant to look like a 70s dream nostalgia thing.
Yeah. But I think we move on to recommendations.
Cool. Yes. That's mine. Yes.
Well, I want to say this is when Ubisoft were like firing on all cylinders. You were doing different things.
Definitely.
I forgot that it was a Ubisoft game until I completed the game and a Uplay achievement popped up. I was like, what?
But it's such an interesting game. I'm surprised because this is the last in the series, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I don't think there's been another one now.
I'm surprised that there hasn't been any others, because this was the sort of generation when there was loads of racing games that were different. I'm thinking this, I'm thinking Split Second, Blur,
Burnout Paradise
even, and all of them were like the last in the series or like the only one in the series.
Yeah.
It's such a shame that then games like, see, people love Forza, and it is a fantastic game, Gran Turismo and stuff, but it is quote unquote
like the FIFA
boring.
of racing games.
Yeah, it's just
not fun.
It's a driving game, and that is kind of all it is. Like, what about these games that are meant to be games, meant to be fun? They've got something.
Like even
else.
the last Need for Speed it was a bit too realistic.
I think the last one
Bound was the opposite.
Oh yeah. Well, the one before that, the one that had a film.
Yeah.
But at that point, was it just too late? Because I always thought Unbound might bring it back, but it sounds like it maybe
People
looks cartoony, but it just didn't.
Maybe people just don't
play like it.
Want them? I don't know. Like football games. People who like football and want football games just get FIFA because they want a realistic football game. They
didn't want FIFA Street. They just wanted it on the pitch.
I think the arcadey stuff appeals to the people who are on the periphery.
I think it's kind of like a window back in time when people would take risks and be more creative.
But the
They'll make a fun
thing
game.
Of it, even taking away from the fact that it's a racing game, that mechanic of taking over someone and like mind control, basically. You know, we've mentioned it before, like what powers would you want to see in games? And mind control isn't one that ever comes to mind as being exciting, but in this,
really powerful.
It was really cool. It was, imagine that in something like a GTA where it's not just controlling them racing, controlling them in other ways.
During a heist.
Yeah, and you flip between different, perspectives.
Yeah.
I think that could set up for some really cool.
Even if you weren't like mind
touch
control.
on that a bit in 5, because you did jump between characters.
Yeah. But
I would put this system on par with like the Nemesis system as one of the greatest mechanisms to come out of a game.
That never gets used again.
That never gets used again. Yeah.
And I imagine at the time that people who really like the driver games were probably like, what the hell is this? This isn't the driver game. But that being removed, for us, we're not that bothered, other than Ben with his once his licensing.
Yeah.
You just need to bring it back.
Driver's license.
There's also no felony meter in this game.
But
I guess you're not going to get the cops on yourself in the dream, are you?
But other than that, like, taking all that to the side, because I've not got any nostalgia for driver games. I just think
I hadn't either, but it's incredible.
Yeah, I thought this was a really, really solid effort. Some really interesting things. Had I played it, I think when it came out, I'd probably look back on it really, really fondly. And even then, now it holds up very well in everything that we've said. The only negatives that I'd kind of have for it are just products of the time things. You know? But other than that, really enjoyed it.
If we were to review it at the time, we wouldn't have any of those.
No, exactly.
Issues.
I think it was technically really, really polished. Story was interesting. It was far better in a lot of areas than I expected it to be.
Definitely.
Yes.
But really, really enjoyed it. Recommend it if you can get hold of it.
Everyone go on eBay now.
It's only a tenner. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's the best £10 I ever spent.
That'd be my recommendation.
I'll go on the back of that then. Very, very similar. Fortunately, I didn't have time to finish it, but just the pure like originality in the game just feels really good. And as I've just said before, it's kind of like a window to that time. If you can get hold of it, and it is hard to get hold of, I'm not going to lie, eBay seemed to be the best place for me. I couldn't find it at any local shops.
Yeah, we went to CEXs and all sorts, didn't we? Also, cheers Damon for trying to find it for me, because while he was in shops around Morecambe, where I'm from, nowhere had it.
No, so eBay seems to be the best place to get it. £10, not so bad in the grand scheme of things.
Or if you're looking to sail the high seas, I'm sure you can get a not quite legitimate copy from somewhere.
Yeah, it sounds like it's hard to emulate based on Ben's experience.
Well, it worked. It was just.
But did it come out on PC? Is what I'm wondering.
It wasn't too complicated to set up once I'd done it, but it was just really clearly not good for the Steam Deck.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Joe. There, it clearly came out on PC at some point, so you might be able to get it.
Yeah,
through other means. I mean, at this point, you take away the access to the game, you've got no choice, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
yeah, agreed.
If the last copy is sold and no one wants to put it up for auction, what do you do?
Yeah.
Well, even then, that doesn't go to the developer.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Ubisoft,
exactly.
It goes to the person off eBay that you bought it from.
Yeah.
So.
But I would.
If this suddenly causes an upsurge in Ubisoft's Uplay achievements for Driver San Francisco, like, well, how are they doing this?
Yeah.
How did they get hold of these? We thought everyone was supposed to destroy them at the end of the agreement.
I would only say go back, though, if you're interested in older games like this. I don't think if you're a bit younger and you're on modern games and you don't really have interest in older games, I think I've said this before about stuff like this, probably not worth it.
I don't know, though.
But if you like racing games...
I disagree wholeheartedly. Shut up and go and play where it came from.
Because I agree I agree for a lot of these that we've played, because a lot of the time they don't offer anything new that something else doesn't. Look at Mario. I said the same thing for. Great for its time, but there's so many newer games that offer the same experience but better with more. Because I don't think
at least this is unique. I'll give it.
Yeah, this is unique. There's nothing that I can think of outside of just driving.
Yeah.
Driving games. Nothing offers this experience.
Like, personally, for me, I'd 100% recommend it because I enjoyed my time with it. It was a great look at that generation, and it was very unique. But I'm just thinking about
style.
I'm just thinking like a 14-year-old who doesn't have any nostalgia.
He plays Roblox and Fortnite.
Yeah. Probably isn't.
Not allowed to have his own opinion yet. Go and play the damn game.
Yeah.
Steal your dad's credit card.
Wait, no, we don't advocate that.
Oh, wait, no, wait. We've gone too far? No, it's fine.
Ask him politely first.
But yeah, I would just go and have a look because it was such a cool concept, just in general. And that'd kind of be my recommendation.
Ben?
I would say I have to semi-disagree with some of the stuff Jake said there. I would definitely say this is a fun game. Go and play it. It is its own thing. There's no way around it. It's not a racing game. It's not a GTA. It's just its own thing. It's nice. It's fun.
That is what I said.
Yeah, pretty much.
I haven't got to that bit yet. God, give me a minute.
I think if it was just a racing game, I think that the new generation of PC, you're interrupting me. Oh God, the new generation of gamers need to go and experience the punishingly painful platformers that I grew up on, the punishingly painful racing games that I grew up on. We had no option but to try and keep having a go. Like Joe said, it took him so long to do that last mission last night.
Yes.
They don't experience this because the hands are held in the, it's all right, you just change the mode. No, you just got to finish it.
Have you tried changing the difficulty?
I disagree with the concept of I suffered, so you have to.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying go and try something different. We grew up different to how you're growing up. We didn't have our hands held. But just go and try something different. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with that. I mean, it's, as I said, this concept hasn't been done since then, and it's a really cool concept. So, by all means,
go play the game. I think we are aligned in that.
If you can go play it, definitely give it a go.
Joe, how about
I already gave mine. Mine was the first.
Oh, it was easy and yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, you seem to have
loved
it to the point where you completed it fully.
Well, I thought you all would have because it's not a long game.
No, it's just for me, I didn't have a 360 to play on, so I had to play it at Jake, so I had to find time, which was last weekend, where we could get together and sit down and play it.
I think if there was a more of a, you didn't have to do those side quests, I probably would have just bashed through the story, because I really enjoyed the intrigue of it as well.
I like the red string board that you have between all the story bits as well, where people are popping up and you're linking them together, and
No,
you're seeing the conspiracy unfold in front of you.
No,
that's how it's going to happen.
Like I said, after about 6 times of my glowing red Steam Deck, I thought I better not keep pushing it. That was kind of the break point for me, unfortunately.
My solder is melting.
In hindsight, we probably should have asked Nadia to comment on why she picked it, but I think she did mention.
So she grew up in San Francisco.
Yes, I think she mentioned in the Discord.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's from where she's from.
Yeah, and I think it was one of the. She asked us to add it to the board once we played Yakuza, because we brought up how realistic their depiction of Japan was.
Yeah,
yes.
I think that's something.
I think this was the same sort of thing.
I think that's something none of us can comment on, because as far as I'm aware, none of us have been to San Francisco.
No, I haven't been.
No.
So I don't know how.
It looks like
it aligns with everything I've seen about San Francisco.
It's got everything that I have seen through TVs.
What I liked is that when you go into the map, it's not just like an island like most games. You can see the rest of, I suppose, the United States. You just can't get to it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it'll be a hard cut off, but the map, it looks like you could.
Yeah.
That hard cut off does come up in the story as well.
Is it?
There's like a big red wall that he can't go through, and the partner's like, "Wait, what are you talking about?"
It's like clever little ways to just get around that.
He's like, "I can't do it, man. I just can't do it."
Yeah,
don't know why.
Yes, we did.
We did do that mission. Yeah.
And like then they get away or whatever.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, no, that was clever.
Yeah. But that bit then does open up later in the story.
Oh, that's cool.
And you can go there and do those things. As Todd Howard would say. You can go there. But yeah, to round off the episode.
Well, before we round off, we've got another Buried by Backlog, don't we, coming up? And
yes. Is it Ben's?
Yeah.
Me?
Yes. What is it, Ben?
I was very, very close to choosing Atomfall, but I just don't think I'll have the time. It's time constraints all around at the minute, unfortunately. But I did have a silly idea based on one of the questions from the Q&A thing about other halves getting into games. And what I wanted to do was, I know some of you have already played, was play a Way Out with our partners. Okay. Specifically like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think you've already played it, have you, Brad?
I finished it not that long ago. But I can reiterate those thoughts. No, that's fine. I can just reiterate those thoughts.
So, yeah, for us three, then we're going to play it with partners, because I thought that would be a fun thing to do.
It is a good game to play with your partners, yeah.
I've already convinced Anya into it.
It's on Game Pass if you need.
Can you do it split screen?
Yeah.
That's
good.
Yeah.
I don't think it's long, is it?
It's not as long as the other two, no. It Takes Two or Split Fiction. It's kind of like the precursor to those.
Cool.
Okay.
I messaged Anya to say, have we got the time to do it? And she said, yeah, we'll definitely have a go. And when I sent her a screenshot, she went, why do they all have Italian noses? And I went, what?
Well, they are.
They are Italian, aren't they?
Yeah, they're American Italian.
Cool. Nice.
Good. Weird that that's the first thing she picked up on.
I know. Strange.
Not why are they in jail?
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So to round off the episode, we've been Gaming Garnish. Hope you enjoyed our look at Driver San Francisco, and we'll see you again next time.
Goodbye.
See you soon.